degrees on this Wednesday under mostly sunny sky. Carlsbad Artesia with 62 degrees, with Hobbs in Lovington at 60 degrees on this Wednesday. A few clouds tomorrow with temperatures near 60 degrees in Hobbs, Lovington. A few light rain showers possible. That's the same in Carlsbad with highs in the lower 60s, slight chance for rain. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
Be in the Breakfast Club powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet. Online at carlsbadchevrolet.com. Text line at 877-396-W105. Brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Online at amigo-machinery.com. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. And YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook video feed brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well. Online at desertsandsnm.com.
Good morning.
Up and off the rails bright and early this morning.
Guess what day it is?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I tell you, we making history right now in stereo.
Bang Zoom.
That's a great radio station.
Best in town.
Everybody else sucks.
I'm not saying that.
Anyway, happy Wednesday. Also known as Hump Day.
It's showtime.
And good morning to you. It is another day in paradise. Tom A. is in the studio already, eager to go.
Yeah.
Ret to go, as they say. And, of course, Blake doing the things that Tom can't do, and Tom doing the things that he can't do anymore either. Like change a tire, pay for his own meals. The list goes on and on. Sticking to a diet.
Yeah.
All of the above. All right, 877-396-W105. Ask me how much I weigh. I weighed in today at the gym.
Okay. 200. More?
He said ask him how much he weighs.
See, because he's going to lie.
178, brother.
That's only 100 pounds less than Tom.
Right.
178. You hater.
Good Lord, please move over to the Philippines and strike him down.
Why would I lie? I was 180 when I left the States. I mean, why would I lie?
Really? That was 3 months ago. You only lost 4 pounds? Come on.
Why is he trying to? He's not trying to lose weight.
Huh?
I'm actually trying to gain weight. I want to be at about 185.
How tall are you, Kevin?
I used to be like 5'11". I think I'm like 5'8" now.
You shrunk too?
I have. I've got 5 herniated discs in my back and multiple neck surgeries.
Yeah.
And getting old, and you actually shrink.
Yeah, you do.
So.
Huh.
So I think I'm about 5'8" now. Yeah, 178. Still overweight according to the BMI.
I was going to say, that is made from a time when people were just smaller.
Well, the whole idea of BMI, it doesn't take into the factor, not that I'm muscular or something. It doesn't take muscle weighs more than fat.
Sure.
And I think my BMI, I would have to be like 165 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
I knew a guy that was in his late 60s.
Uh-huh.
And in his 40s, he started trying to lift weights to be a bodybuilder. And he weighed about 215. But that man in his late 60s was solid muscle.
Was he cut?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
He did bodybuilding competitions and won a lot.
What happened to him now?
Well, that was 15 years ago.
Oh.
So what do you think, Tom? He blew up or what?
Well, I'm thinking he got old like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Have you seen his body?
Arnold's still in great shape. Have you seen that guy?
He's flabby, dude. Are you kidding me?
Not really. Not really. All right, 609. Today is Choose Women Wednesday. Choose Women Wednesday. Okay. Customer is Wrong Day going on today.
Electronic Greeting Cards Day, National Chocolate Day, National Lemon Cream Pie Day, National Package Protection Day, National Rice Cakes Day, National Square Dancing Day. Yeehaw! Rockefeller Center tree lighting going on today. And Blake, how old is the tree at the Rockefeller Plaza?
Somewhere between 80 and 85 years.
Wow.
Old?
Yes. Like the president.
Wow. You remember B 3-4 years ago, Artesia? We had a tree down here, and one of the Artesia companies shipped it to New York. Was it New York City or Washington, D.C.?
The tree, it wasn't from Artesia.
Well, they cut it in Cloudcroft, and then they shipped it.
It was in Cloudcroft.
Shipped it to D.C., I believe.
Yeah, the shipping company was from Artesia.
Yes, the shipping company.
Yeah.
Nice guys, by the way. I met them.
Yeah. Good people. Throw out your leftovers day going on all day today, and I just remembered I've had all this time on my hands, and I didn't do a question of the day for whatever reason. So I got to come up with a question today. Tom, you have anything?
Let me work on it.
Yeah, well, you just can't do one on the top of your head?
No, I'm a good one.
We're officially moving into the Christmas season.
Right.
So,
what do you got one?
Yeah, I mean, just for people, what's your favorite Christmas memory?
Too early.
So Tom gives it the
so we got to wait till 7 o'clock to ask that? What I mean?
No, he's saying we got to get closer to Christmas.
Closer to Christmas.
Okay, how many shopping days are left till Christmas, Tom?
Yeah.
28.
So
I'm going to think of one. Hold on a second.
Oh, I'm sure you're going to come up with a great one.
Or how about instead of that, since Tom doesn't like the memory thing, when should you take Christmas decorations down?
That would be after New Year's, I would think.
Well, if you go by the 12 days of Christmas, that does go till after New Year's.
Yeah, I would think after New Year's. So Melania Trump taking a lot of heat this morning. She did not wear black to Rosalind Carter's funeral, and they are hammering her.
Really?
Michael Obama wore black, and
so what color dress did she wear?
It was like a grayish colored dress.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, well, they're just saying black would. How many funerals have you been to that you wore black?
None.
None. Oh, okay, and that is my point. That
or
is
blue, maybe, or yellow.
Yellow.
Well, you got
yellow.
It's a sad event anyway.
Yellow.
Tom, when I go, wear yellow to my funeral.
Gotta lighten up the event.
Yeah.
I'd be down with somebody wearing purple.
Yeah.
I mean, wear some purple and gold, and I would appreciate the hell out of it. But that's just me.
When I go, I want people to have a party. I
want people to
remember the good
have
times.
a good time.
Yeah.
So
remember the good stuff and go on.
What about this question of the day? Best thing about 2023 and the worst thing?
Okay, that might work. Yeah.
I'm so glad it passed the Tom A filter of questions.
I had one. What is because we want to, cover all the bases.
Do we?
Not make it a
By the way, you haven't even made it to second base.
What was the make and model, if you remember, of your very first car?
Yeah. It's been second.
Is that even a first base question?
I remember I had a Ford Falcon, 1967 Ford Falcon.
I had an AMC was my first car.
I think the question.
Anybody remember the AMC?
Yes.
Man, that was a piece of
little
garbage.
bubble car.
My wife had a Pacer, and then she had a Gremlin.
Oh, dude,
those were hers. Yeah, I had a '72 Monte Carlo. And all of our cars we bought ourselves. Tom, what was the first car you bought yourself?
My dad didn't believe in buying us anything.
$800.
And that's back when you used to save up and buy your car.
Right.
Yeah, he'd be like, I'll co-sign for your first car, but that's about the extent of it. Yeah,
like
get
that
your
voice.
butt out there and get her done. So, yeah, he had the get her done attitude before it became popular to get her done. All right, sunny skies expected today. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Janko Janitorial. Find them in Artesia, full-service janitorial company. They also have commercial-grade janitorial supplies. So if you're doing all the janitorial stuff in-house but need supplies, they can deliver them to you. That is not a problem. These guys do commercial, industrial, and all field cleaning. They can take care of all your cleaning, and they are certified. Pathogen certified, hazmat certified, PPE certified. Call Amber this morning, 575-703-1869, or go to the website, jancojanitorial.com. Becoming sunny this morning, 61 for the high, 41 tonight, clear, and maybe a chance of late night rain, like a 10% chance of the wet stuff. Tomorrow, we've got isolated showers in the morning and blowing dust. It's going to be extreme wind coming up for tomorrow. A high temperature only getting up to about it looks like about 60. I'm wondering what, when we say extreme wind, 40 mile an hour plus winds coming up tomorrow. And most of the winds will be blowing from the west. So west winds, 40 miles an hour, and that slight chance of rain coming up tomorrow. You can always check the forecast, W105radio.com. Morning show this morning being brought to you by All American Cleaners, family-owned and operated, treating you like family. They can wash, dry, and fold your clothes, 17 pounds, $16.99. Dry clean your clothes, start you up, keep you looking good. Find them in Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Lovington, and in Hobbs. Online at allamericancleaners.net. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis criticizing fellow former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley for not showing interest in a proposed debate with him on Fox News. But based on, DeSantis's kind of weird smile, I think he might just picking on women, evidently. DeSantis and Haley are both GOP presidential primary candidates, and, of course, Donald Trump leading the way ahead of both of those. But the big debate that's tonight, if I'm not mistaken, on Fox between Newsom and DeSantis. Now, why would Newsom want to do this debate?
Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I really haven't thought about it. To tell you the truth.
He wants to put his name in to replace Biden.
Well,
yeah, we've known that for a while, though.
No, but this is
I
official.
ask this question. What exactly do you bring to the show?
Well, look at how great California is doing.
Exactly. I mean, they've got a $33 billion deficit. And if anything else, I think that qualifies him to be president. In light of everything that's going on.
He may just win that nomination.
I mean, if he does, first of all, I would think that Biden needs to step down for that to happen. First son, Hunter Biden, has offered to publicly testify before the House Organized Oversight Committee investigating the business with Hunter. And Hunter must be in a good mood. There must be lots of powder around the White House.
No, what it is he doesn't want to take the deposition.
Right.
Because that's always in private. And so if he does it publicly, then he thinks that he doesn't have to do the deposition where they can ask any questions they want, and publicly they probably wouldn't.
I would.
But that's a calculated they can, in the public inquiry, they can ask questions and he can say, I can't answer that publicly.
Right.
But in a deposition, he can't do that. And so he doesn't want to do the deposition because he has to answer any of the attorneys.
And they're just guilty of sin.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, speaking of sin, Tom, what city is the most sinful city?
I'm going to say I would say Las Vegas, but that's not it. Miami.
Las Vegas
Las
is it.
Vegas
I mean,
is
that's
it.
Sin City.
Oh,
What
is
the
it?
hell?
Yeah.
Houston, Texas came in at number 2 as the sinful city. Philadelphia,
Ooh.
Los Angeles, Atlanta. Dallas came in at number 7. And when we look at the least sinful cities, Pearl City, Hawaii came in at 182. Fremont, California, number 2. Bridgeport, Connecticut. But there's a city on here at 173. Which would be like 10 least sinful cities out there. Laredo, Texas.
What?
Now, I'll be honest, I haven't been to Laredo in 15, 16, maybe close to 20 years. But it was pretty sinful back in the day, especially when the cartels were popping off. It was, it was kind of sinful, most definitely. I don't know how they get that. Rupert Murdoch is scheduled to complete 2 days of questioning and under oath today in voting technology company Smartmatic's $2.7 billion defamation lawsuit against Fox News. I don't care how big you are. A $2.7 billion lawsuit, if you are found guilty in this defamation case, could cripple Fox News.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's a buttload of money. And something new to worry about, Britain is dealing with the first human case of swine flu. So, first case. And Guy Ferrari has just signed on the dotted line $100 million multi-year deal with the Food Network. So he's not going anywhere. $100 million.
He's going to more dives and diners.
Yeah.
That's best food right there, buddy.
So crazy. Man arrested for allegedly having sex with a minor. Man out of Roswell has a history of a relationship with underage high school girls. Now faces criminal charges, allegedly that he had sex with a minor. Pablo Ramirez is 23 years old, Roswell, charged with criminal sexual penetration and the 4th degree of a child between the age of 13 and 16, according to the criminal complaint. Ramirez reportedly arrested last Thursday, and officers conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle. The complaint indicates that officers conducted that traffic stop observing him in the vehicle as he failed to maintain lanes and veered multiple times. 15-year-old girl who is believed to be the alleged victim was the passenger in that car. Yeah, when they say has a history of having sex, I would like to know the back end of that story.
Right.
I mean, because he has a history of having sex with underage girls and hasn't been arrested. Is that what you're saying? And now has been arrested?
Well, how do you have a history without being arrested for that?
That's I'm very interested to know.
Probably couldn't prove it.
Texas Supreme Court heard oral arguments on November 28th. That was yesterday. And the case that claims the state's abortion laws are too restrictive and harm women because doctors are fearful of losing their medical license in Texas. We'll see on how the Supreme Court of Texas rules on this. And Biden sent out 813,000 emails yesterday to borrowers celebrating student loan forgiveness. Wait a second. Saying that he is canceling $127 billion in student loan debt. Didn't this case go all the way to the Supreme Court? And the Supreme Court said you cannot write off debt from student loans and transfer that debt to the taxpayers. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You are not wrong.
So how can he continue to do it and not listen to the Supreme Court?
Because he is the great and powerful Oz.
Wow. Tom, don't we have like 3 branches
Supposed to.
Oh, I'm just kind of confused now. 36% of Americans still believe the American dream is achievable.
That's
By the
low.
way, the rest of us believe the American dream is not achievable. I think young couples nowadays have a tough row to hoe. It's real tough for young folks to achieve the American dream, for sure. First family of the first American release by Hamas bought a Hunter Biden painting.
Okay.
Wait. Hold up. So Joe Biden's administration taking victory laps, but then it was discovered that the family that was released, they had bought one of Hunter Biden's paintings. So let me get this right. They have a lot of money, and could it be that maybe there's a personal relationship?
You know, it reminds me.
What?
I think now that I officially retire next month, I'm going.
By the way, wait. Before you get to that,
What?
Have you got your first check yet from Social Security?
It comes in December. Thing is, I am going to paint.
So wait. Somebody told you that there was a 2-month lag. I wonder who that was. But you were too hard-headed to listen to the person
Was
that
it
knew
me?
it.
No, anyway, I'm going to paint. I have Picasso in my blood.
Do you
You
want
have
some recommendations on art materials?
You have a what in your bus?
I have Pablo Picasso in my blood. My ancestry goes back to Pablo Picasso. My niece.
That's not very far back, actually.
Yeah. And my niece, she's a big time painter. Has had her work hung
Big
in
time,
New York and Boston.
Yeah. So
But you know what inspired me though? The story that I read in your
So
paper
what
today.
media do you want to use? Oil, acrylic, watercolor?
paid by numbers.
I'm going to use markers.
Uh,
The ones that I
paid
use
by
for
numbers.
the ones,
I'll say it again. Paid by numbers.
the ones I use to autograph my T-shirts.
Sharpie?
Sharpie. Yeah.
No, okay.
Hey.
So, yeah, we'll talk about that later.
I mean, I'm going to give you a project.
What?
Go ahead and draw something after we do the price of oil. Go ahead and, draw something freehand and show it to Blake, because Blake is an artist himself.
Right.
So show it to Blake, and he'll let you know if you've got a history, you've got a future in it. All right, price of oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers. Currently, they are not hiring. They have filled every position in Texas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. When they start hiring again, you can always find out more information about them at greatoilfieldjobs.com. Equal opportunity employer, drug-free employer, offering top pay and one of the best benefit packages in the industry. Price of oil being brought to you by Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers.
West Texas Intermediate checks in at $77.77, $82.94 for Brent crude, and the price of natural gas up a little bit, $2.81. Speak.
All right, 628. I'm going to get to the tweet of the day. I've got the thought of the day coming up in just a second. Morning show being brought to you by Chance Materials, reminding you that it all begins with that solid foundation. Every project begins with a solid foundation. Chance Materials providing high-quality ready-mix concrete, always giving you the best service and the lowest possible price. ChanceMaterials.com for more info, 575-363-3240. Go to the website, ChanceMaterials.com, and find all contact information. Plants in Roswell and in Carlsbad, they're there to serve you, and there to serve everybody in Southeast New Mexico. ChanceMaterials.com. Tom?
Yes, sir. I'm right here with you. I was drawing. You asked me to
go ahead
draw.
with the text line. I said it was coming up next.
All right, Tommy and Carl's the best thing.
Listen along to the show and be a part.
I was drawing, so for
I can't draw and listen at the same time.
Tommy and Carlsbad, best thing about 2023, it's my first full year without a mortgage payment.
Congratulations.
Worst thing about 2023, having to watch this evil government administration abuse and persecute the political rival, former president, and his wife, Donald Trump, says the texter. You know, Tom makes me laugh as much as, well, he frustrates me, says the texter. And Big John is chiming in.
Smart. I mean, that's the key. He makes you feel smart.
Thank you very much. Big John says, Tom can't do paint by numbers because he's bad at math, says the texter. And why don't you give him some...
What comes after 2? What comes after 2?
And why don't you give him some crayons set for Tom? Oh, by the way, Will Hader's A&B at the debate is tomorrow, by the way.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, it's tomorrow. And on the other question of the day, what was your first vehicle? This texter says was a 74 Plymouth Duster.
That was a bad automobile.
That was a bad automobile. And the other one was a 75 International Scout, which the texter says I still have.
Man, I'd love to see that. I love the old International Scouts.
Wow.
Those are cool.
You know, I got the opportunity to live in Canton, Illinois, and International Harvester was there. So did International make International? Was that one company?
Did they make the tractors and stuff?
Well, they had an auto division.
Yeah, that's what I
the International got bought by, was it Chrysler that bought them?
I don't remember.
Or AMC bought them.
Right.
And then AMC got bought by Chrysler.
Yeah. And that was the end of most of the cars because
all the good ones.
Gremlin. Oh, what a nightmare. All right. Thought for the day being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. Wakefield Oil, 35 plus years serving Southeast New Mexico, now close to 40 years serving Southeast New Mexico. They can deliver oil and gas products in the patch. Boom or bust, they are there for you. Serving Southeast New Mexico and parts of West Texas. Need them to deliver gas or diesel to a location? Not a problem. On-road, off-road, really doesn't matter. They can also deliver interstate batteries to a location. Find out more information, go to the website, wakefieldoil.com. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought for the day, as a child, you can't swear because there are adults around. As an adult, you can't swear because there are kids around. Turn it. Lubbock kidnapping suspect arrested, was accused of dragging the victim. The man wanted by Lubbock police, accused of kidnapping a woman. Joe Lopez is 30 years old, was arrested yesterday. According to everythinglubbock.com, previously reported that the Lubbock Police Department is asking for the public's help, but he has been arrested, accused of kidnapping the woman from a parking lot and actually dragged her body via the car. He is locked up and hasn't been to court just yet. The aunt says that Hamas tortured Israeli children hostages, threatened them at gunpoint, and actually kept women in cages.
No surprise there.
What do you expect? They beheaded babies.
And they're animals.
What do you expect?
They are animals themselves.
Yeah, that's what cracks me up with all these people. Peacefire, Palestine, and then yesterday they actually violated the ceasefire. And Israel gave him another opportunity. At some point, I wouldn't give him an opportunity.
I'm pretty sure Israel's just doing that so that they can say, look, world, you keep saying do this. We tried it your way. It didn't work.
Right. And it's short term. It's short term that it's not going to be long term. All right. On the way, we'll talk about Roswell is a finalist for the championship air races.
Yep.
We'll talk about that. And the dollar is weakening. And Black Lives Matters endorsing Trump. Well, one part of Black Lives Matters endorsing Donald Trump. We'll get to that coming up next. Tweet of the day being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Find them East 2nd in Roswell. homegrown and proud of it. They've got everything for the farm or ranch. Looking for Western wear, work gear, they've got you covered. Work boots, looking good boots. Yeah, they got lots of looking good boots. And they have everything for all your animals. You're certified Purina dealer. And if you're, living on a working ranch or farm and you need stuff, they've got you covered. Water well, they've got pumps, they've got a full-service hardware store. And, of course, the Annex building next door, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell, online at roswelllivestock.com. Find them also in Capitan at the Lincoln County Mercantile. I think this is a joke. I think it's sad. And I think the media that demonized this poor child should be held accountable. Talking about the little boy that they accused of having blackface. We'll discuss it. Here's more on the story.
Deadspin put out this article. The NFL needs to speak out against the Kansas City Chiefs fan in blackface. Look at this kid in his blackface. Although you notice when you take a look at this kid from a different angle, he's not wearing blackface at all. And can I repeat again? He's a kid. And Deadspin went on an all-out jihad against him. That's not what blackface looks like. This is what blackface looks like. Now, that's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and there's no other way to put it. He's wearing blackface. This is also what blackface looks like. That's Joy Behar, of course, in her Halloween costume. You still don't get it, Deadspin? All you left-wing liberal media hacks out there who like to try to ruin people's lives? This is what blackface looks like. That's your pal, your hero, Jimmy Kimmel. No, you're still confused? That's Howard Stern in blackface. Oh, you love him now. You love Howard Stern now. I don't remember a lot of articles being written by these same hacks trying to ruin their lives.
So they went blackface and nothing, but this kid actually had part of his face black, part of his face red, because he was a Chiefs fan.
Right.
They tried to say that this kid went blackface. Lawsuits are coming down the pike. This kid's going to be able to go to whatever college he wants. Lawsuits are coming. Blackface. By the way, we got certain people that in the past, they went blackface. Go after them and leave the kids alone. Tom, do you think $451 billion is a lot of money?
Depends on how you use it.
450.
No matter how you use it, it's a lot of money.
$1 billion. So we could actually, I think pretty much every veteran alive buy them a home.
Oh, you know that's right.
But instead, you know what we do with the money, Tom?
We're giving it to Ukraine.
No. We fund illegal immigration.
Well, that too.
Yeah. Well, they're just coming here. No. I'm not going to let you get away with it, you damn liberal.
Let's put that in
just
perspective.
Come here for a better life. I have no problem with people coming here for a better life, but don't put the burden on the taxpayers.
Well,
and then, and the same breath, go up on our taxes.
Well,
we are taking care of foreigners instead of citizens.
You were saying, buddy?
What is the budget of the state of New Mexico?
Last year?
Just what is it?
$10 billion?
It's around $9 billion.
Right.
And we spent $451 billion
on illegal immigrants.
And what are you so upset about, B?
What am I so upset about?
Yeah.
That politicians should be held accountable for this. Because now you're saying that we need to pay more taxes to pay for people that haven't paid into the system?
I never said that. You put that in my mouth.
Politicians.
Yeah.
You're not a politician.
Look, so we spent 50 times the state budget of New Mexico. 50 times. So you could have 50 states of New Mexico for the same amount of money.
I mean, what kind of education system could we have?
Same one we got now.
No.
What?
I disagree.
Well, if you got a governor like the one we got, yeah.
No.
Change.
It's all about the money. So here's this brand new report. Here we go.
Stuart, we have new numbers, a new report from the U.S. House Committee on Homeland Security Majority. They say the price tag per year is $451 billion. That is both for the housing and care of the asylum seekers as well as those known gotaways.
$451 billion. It's actually, and for everybody that says, well, people just come in here for a better life, pay your own way then. Pay your own way then. Do not come over here and expect us to pay for you. How about that? Pay your own way. Since when is it our problem to take care of citizens from other countries?
It never has been.
I mean, since when is it our responsibilities? We have American veterans living on the street today, and they are treated like second-class citizens compared to people that haven't given anything.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem continues.
Well, and they like to bring up the fact that we had immigrants come to this country before to try to sway whatever you think, but we didn't pay for them. Every single one of those people in their example paid for their own way when they got here.
Right. And you know what? Even legal citizens, legal residents, when they come to this country and they're granted a green card, part of the provision is they have to take care of themselves and not get on any government assistance. I'm reading a book right now called American Dirt by Jeannie Cummins.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about immigration, and it's about these people traveling on the trains. It's pretty enlightening, and part of me has empathy for people.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's not our responsibility. It's their home country's responsibility. And by God, I'll just say this. If you can't afford the children you have, quit making more babies. Pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
But Texas DPS, Lieutenant Olivares, talking about the migrants that are coming via trains.
See these type of caravans, the method of transportation is usually trains. And once they make it to the northern part of Mexico, they'll get broken up into smaller groups, and then we'll see them cross between the ports of entry. Now, we do expect the train to arrive very soon. But of course, we've been seeing a constant flow here in Eagle Pass with illegal immigrants crossing between ports of entry. And when we talk about the gotaways, you talk about the sheer number of people that are crossing. Well, the taxpayer, the communities here in Eagle Pass are having to shoulder that burden. And it's our responsibility as a state to try to prevent some of these illegal crossings. But as long as the federal government continues to incentivize illegal immigration, we're going to continue seeing this flow of illegal immigration between ports of entry and also these trains and caravans making their way to the border.
So we're talking about 10,000 people on these trains that eventually will get across the border and into the United States. But because we're not trying to stop anybody. Texas is, but New Mexico's not doing a thing. It's pretty sad. White House tree lighting ceremonies. Here's a scene from last night's tree lighting ceremonies. Can you leave Christians alone and let them have, maybe just one inkling of holiday spirit? So the pro-Palestinian protesters were out there and protesting the tree lighting. Oh, we can't have a tree lighting. What's the matter? We can't have any joyous moments in America. What the hell's the matter with you?
I have to say I agree with their chant. When they say occupation no more, I agree. Hamas needs to leave the Gaza Strip.
Yeah, that would be a great idea. Tom, what do you know about this air races that could be coming to Roswell?
Well, I know they've been trying to lobby to bring that, and I think they finally did. They're finally going to get it to come to Roswell.
Well, it's been 6 decades. Reno air races taken off in Reno, Nevada, and they're looking for a new community, and there are now six finalists.
Right.
So they haven't got anything yet, but they're one of six cities that are finalists, and they're hoping that they would bring it to New Mexico.
And I think the biggest part of that is because Roswell has a great airport. They've got the longest runway.
I mean, Roswell has one of the longest, widest runways in the United States. It's actually a not a primary location where they would land a spaceship, but they could.
Yeah, it's a backup.
They landed Air Force One there a couple of times already.
What other cities are in the running for that, Kevin? Did it say?
I've already thrown it in the trash.
Well, in the airspace around Roswell is pretty good for an air show.
Huge, dude.
Well, and I think they're looking at temperatures and that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would hope that they would do it prior to July 4th because temperatures after that can get a little warm.
Well,
all right, 647. Dollar has weakened as rates are being cut. And so the U.S. dollar loss yesterday. I was noticing that yesterday. The value of the dollar is down and the peso is up. And the reason I do that, I'll transfer money back and forth and cash money in, cash dollars in, and convert it to pesos to make a little money. But it looks like the dollar is weakening. Not a good sign for America at all. And you know what? I expected the dollar to be much weaker after we lost our AAA numbers. What are we now? A B? When it comes to Moody's, we're at a B minus or whatever it is.
That's bad. Anything under an A minus you don't want. Because
we're not good. New Mexico man admits that he decapitated. You decapitate and then put the head in the stove.
In a wooden stove, yeah.
By the way, they sentenced him to 35 years in prison for killing two people in 2021. The sentencing comes after 30-year-old Shiloh Old Rock pled guilty to second-degree murder and voluntary manslaughter. Why wouldn't it be? I mean, decapitation seems pretty brutal. That seems good enough for first-degree murder to me.
Yeah, you kind of have to premeditate cutting someone's head off.
Yeah. So they got him and said he had been drinking and using methamphetamine with the two victims, and that's when he decapitated them. And put them in a stove. Their heads in the stove. Wow.
He'd probably get the needle in Texas.
Oh, he would definitely get the needle in Texas. Anti-gun legislation. So Democrats are targeting, by the way, this story from the Penyon Post. Democrats are anti-gun laws targeting, guns, but are they taking guns out of the hands of youths?
No.
Because we have had so many shootings involving kids. As of late, Coronado Mall was the last case where the 15-year-old had a gun, and they're trying to ram through all these anti-gun legislations. Are they targeting underage offenders that are getting guns from their parents, or maybe getting guns from a alternate source, like off the black market? I don't see that happening.
Well, and I think the primary way that these kids are getting it is they're breaking into cars and people leave firearms in their cars.
Yeah, they do.
And they steal them.
Wow. Didn't think about that one. Yep, you're right about that. All right, we're going to talk about Black Lives Matters. Rhode Island endorsing Donald Trump. Speaking of Donald Trump, he's talking about COVID lockdowns could be coming back. And here's what Donald Trump had to say about that.
These are bad people. These are sick people we're dealing with. But to every COVID tyrant who wants to take away our freedom, hear these words: we will not comply. So don't even think about it. We will not shut down our schools. We will not accept your lockdowns. We will not abide by your mask mandates. And we will not tolerate your vaccine mandates.
Amen, amen, amen. Air Force lieutenant, who is a doctor, came out yesterday and was talking about heart conditions and also blood clots and all kind of other things that came from the vaccine. And we've seen multiple reports that say the same thing. Mm-hmm. So not everybody can be wrong.
Well, you're not following their made-up science.
Oh, the made-up science. Yes, that's exactly right. The made-up science. Follow the science. Chuck Schumer, yesterday, the Senate did pass a bill that will fund Israel, but it also funds Ukraine.
A handful of Republicans have dangerously tried to link Ukraine aid and make our support for democracy in the West a pivotal issue that history will remember us for, conditional on passing hard right border policies similar to H.R. 2.
Why are we ignoring our own border issues? Mm-hmm. I mean, the war in Ukraine is a border war. It's exactly what it is. Russia encroached on Ukraine and crossed their border. In the meantime, we have bad hombres coming across the border every day. Mm-hmm. Sad. Rhode Island, their BLM leader, endorsing Donald Trump. Can you believe this? So it is amazing that, I mean, look, Rhode Island's BLM is probably not that big, but here, I mean, it's interesting that somebody that is associated with Black Lives Matters actually would endorse Donald. Here we go.
Afraid to get off of that plantation because, you know, we've been used and abused for so long. That party, they don't value our vote. Their policies are basically racist policies. And I believe it's a racist party that strikes at the heart of the Black family and the nuclear family in general. And I believe Donald Trump he's the opposite. He's going to tell you how it is. He's going to give it to you straight. He's not going to, be a hypocrite and stab you in the back like the Democratic Party loves to do.
I've been saying it since I went to Louisiana back in late August, September. After talking to Black friends, I think they are distancing themselves from the Democratic Party. And I think we're going to see more on that. Definitely see more on that people are going to distance themselves because the Democratic Party forgot about them. Tom, yesterday we talked about the lady that used the bathroom on the plane. I did find the audio. Here we go.
Okay. Sorry, everybody. Are you serious?
So she said, sorry, everybody, and proceeded to pull down her pants. She was wearing a pair of yoga pants. And by the way, I think she really needs to get back to the gym and do some yoga after seeing, yeah.
Are you serious? I don't give up.
Yeah, well, anyway, she doesn't give up. Yeah, and she did it right there. And people, of course, took out their phones and filmed the whole thing.
Somebody said that the bathrooms were full on that plane and that the flight attendants wouldn't let her use the first class bathroom.
And they're never going to let you use the first class.
No, that's not right.
If you do not pay for first class, you're a pawn scum.
You are
and you're
very
not
wrong.
Be allowed to go into the first class.
You're very wrong because when I went to Hawaii,
Tom?
I had to use the bathroom, and I said, "Ma'am, I can't go all the way back there because I'm ready to use the bathroom now." And I just entered the plane.
Lies.
And I got
lies,
to use the first class.
lies. Who
ain't no
is
difference? Ain't no different than the back one.
Who has flown a whole bunch more than you?
Who has flown to Hawaii?
I didn't have to fly to Hawaii. I fly a lot more than you.
Well,
and you are pawn scum, and you are not going to be allowed to use.
I just made my case to the stewardess.
Whatever.
I got to go right now.
I don't believe any of this. None of it. I don't believe any of it.
And it took me a while. I was in there for a while.
Yeah. Compacted, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was going to have to go to the ER when I got to Hawaii.
They couldn't take off because I was still in the bathroom.
It's like 1999.
They couldn't take off because he was still in the bathroom.
Yeah. I was sitting down, but I couldn't have a seatbelt or nothing. But true story.
They wouldn't take off. Right. So you held up the plane?
Yeah, they would. They kept knocking on the door. I said, I'm still busy.
I thought you said you had to pee.
I did.
And it takes you that long to pee?
When I gotta go.
Wait. This is the better part of the story. I don't know how many people caught this.
What?
You said you were sitting down.
Right.
I always knew you were the type of man that sat down while he peed.
Well, when I do number one, number two is not too far behind, so I had to sit down.
I always knew when you peed, you did it sitting down. Wow. Thank you.
Did you take reading material with you?
Shut up. On my phone, I did take my phone in there.
Let me tell you how long it takes me to pee. About 10 seconds. Psh, 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 out of there. 877-396-W105. We're going to give you a chance to qualify for the cash coming up in just a second. Morning show being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Over 1,000 firearms in stock. Handguns, rifles, shotguns. Trade in your old gun to get a better gun. Maybe looking for a brand new rig for hunting season. They can accommodate that. Maybe you've been out there and you had them in your sights and missed. It's the gun's fault. Go get you a brand new, better gun. Trade in your old gun to get a better gun. And if you've been thinking about personal protection, they have lethal and non-lethal personal protection at Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Closed Saturday, always open on Sunday. 61 and sunny throughout the day. Clear tonight. Maybe a shower or two coming up late tonight. Isolated showers late tonight. 41 the overnight low, and you're going to wake up tomorrow with a 10% chance of isolated showers and windy in the afternoon. Winds gusting over 40 miles an hour this afternoon. I got a lot of stories to get to. We got sound bites coming up. Hunter Biden's testimony. We'll talk about that. And why do we keep electing dumb people? And Chris Christie not dropping out, and George Santos says he is not resigning. We'll get to those stories. Man wanted in Albuquerque for armed robbery, arrested in Clovis. He was arrested yesterday. 18-year-old Amani Price wanted in connection with a pair of robberies in Albuquerque. Detectives tried to stop the vehicle that they believed that was associated with the robberies. Police said that he fired a handgun towards the officers and then fled while he was arrested in Clovis yesterday. Hunter Biden appears to go before the House Oversight Committee. I got a soundbite on that coming up this morning. We'll see about. We'll talk about the testimony. And an amazing feeling for an Illinois man that wins $25,000 a year for the rest of his life. Playing the scratcher and won $25,000 a year for the rest of his life. Now, $25,000 is not going to get you where you want, but if you're already retired, like Michael Sopow, that probably will be pretty good. $25,000 a year for the rest of your life after taxes would be even better. Tom, wrap up the tax already 6:59. KWMW Malchimore 105.1 FM.
Boy, I tell you what, this texter said. I believe Tom, the flight attendant, knew that he'd make one heck of a mess.
They kept knocking on the door.
Hey, morning, guys. Was that Christmas tree at the White House that fell over on one of those building back better trees? Asked the texter.
It probably was.
And guys, you'd have to be an idiot to believe that the ceasefire that Hamas and all those do-gooders are wanting isn't just an opportunity for him to regroup. Do you know darn well it is the only reason that 10 or more prisoners today, just dragging it out, says that I believe that, and I knew that. I told you guys that yesterday. It gives them a chance to get their second win. I wouldn't have stopped it. Nuh-uh.
I tell you what, when it comes to military might, I trust Tom A. Every day.
Well, I've studied wars throughout the years.
Yeah, go ahead and tell me one book that you've read about wars.
And the thing about, because I'm a World War II buff, I love World War II
Really?
stuff.
Tell me one book that you read about wars.
Well, because remember when Truman dropped the bombs on Japan?
Okay, let me say it again. Name one book that you read about wars.
Well, it's been several years ago. But what I'm saying is,
Name one book that you read about wars.
World War II. How's that?
That was the name of the book?
Yeah.
Who was the author?
I don't know. Shoot. Anyway, my point is, when Truman ordered those 2 bombs to be dropped over Japan, he didn't think about it. He didn't say, I'm going to give him a chance to surrender. No, he just did it. Over. And that's what Israel has to do. They shouldn't have given them a break. They said, well, we're going to wipe out Hamas. Well, guess what?
Tom, the Japanese pilots that flew those planes onto our ships, what were their names?
Pearl Harbor.
Their names are Pearl Harbor. Okay.
When he said he was a war expert, that scene in Braveheart where the king's sons, we'll call him friend.
Yes.
When he says he's an expert in war and then the king throws him out the window.
No doubt. No doubt. Sex and the City star Cynthia Nixon is on a hunger strike. I'll tell you why. One person killed in the shooting in Odessa. You're not going to believe what colleges are teaching nowadays. Seriously. This is crazy. And I don't know if you saw this story, Tom, how much money that a PAC spent to keep Foster from serving on the city council in Roswell.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I've never seen a political action committee come into a municipal election like this.
It must have wanted him bad out bad.
I'll talk about how much money they spent. It's crazy money. And Joe Biden's allowed Iran to be able to sell oil to keep the prices from rising. Self-serving Joe Biden. 2 people arrested and a fentanyl death. We'll talk about that. And DoorDash driver accused of shooting a DoorDash driver. We'll get to that and more. And elections are finally certified in New Mexico. We'll get to those stories next. Tom, quickly to the text, 703.
All right, this text is saying, why don't we build concentration camps on the border? They will stop coming. I disagree with you because, hey, they're building soccer fields for us? Yeah, we'll be there.
Well, and that's the problem. We make the living conditions way too nice.
Yep.
We make the living conditions way too nice, and we give them phones and iPads and, free clothes, sneakers, you name it, we give it, and pretty decent meals. And you know what? If I had a facility like that, number one, I'm like, you take care of yourself. You're going to grow your own food. You're going to clean for yourself. Do you know they have maids at many of these facilities?
I didn't know that. Wow.
Why clean up after your damn self? I ain't got a maid. Well, my wife does pick up after me, but I still ain't got a maid.
Or if they're going to be in those camps, teach them something, right?
Tom, by the time they get here, they should know how to take care of themselves. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And cook for yourself. Clean for yourself. Why are we paying people for maid service for illegal migrants that came into this country?
Stay in yourself. At least somebody's employed, though. What? Yeah. At least somebody's got a job.
Who?
The maid.
Oh, yeah, that's part of the Build Back Better program.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. God bless you, too.
And what we spend on immigration, says this texter, would keep New Mexico going for the next 50 years.
It makes no sense that we spend that type of money taking care of other countries' responsibilities. Those folks aren't our responsibility. That's another country's responsibility.
Mm-hmm. Hey, did Dump ASS Tom just say Truman didn't think about dropping the bombs on Japan? So he didn't think about them surrendering. He went and done it. And when we dropped those bombs on him, it was over.
Well, I mean, Japan hasn't done anything against America after we dropped those bombs. I mean, I don't know. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to even speak ill of you.
Right.
No, to that texture, I think what Tom was trying to say is Truman didn't think twice about dropping the bomb.
I think, yeah. All right, we're going to take a break, keep you updated with everything going on. Stand by. We're going to qualify folks for the Cash Morning Show this morning, being brought to you by North Star Laundry, one-stop shop for all your laundry. They can take care of everything you have. They can wash, dry, and pull your clothes, dry clean them, starch them, and press them. They can keep you looking good. By the way, if you want to do all that yourself, not a problem. They have the machines available, coin-operated machines. Not a problem. You can do all that yourself at any of their locations. They're open 7 days a week. 609 West Lee Street in Carlsbad, 604 West Church in Carlsbad, or 406 West Cedar in Loving. North Star Laundry, check them out today. I got a lot of stories to get to. We're going to take a break at 7:07 on W105. Let's qualify folks for the Cash News up next.
New Mexico Junk Masters presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money.
And I want it now.
Call in now to win.
News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Getting the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Joe Miller. 19-year-old Adea Baca is being remembered for her contagious personality and kind spirit. She was killed after what police are calling a domestic dispute in Hobbs with a girlfriend, 20-year-old Alexis Sines, who's facing a vehicular homicide charge after documents say the two were arguing inside a car November 19th when Baca tried to get out. Sines hit the gas, throwing Baca to the pavement. She died from those injuries a few days later. Families said this wasn't the first time things got out of hand with the girlfriend. Now they want justice for their daughter and for her memory to live on. It's official. The election results from the regular local election in 2023 have been certified by the state canvassing board. The results show a total statewide turnout of 20.54% of eligible voters. The canvassing board, made up of the governor, the secretary of state, and the chief justice of the New Mexico Supreme Court, has approved the results of the latest election. The certification process is intended to act as a confidence check on the election. A number of races will get recounts, and they are numerous in nature. But again, a number of those races will get those recounts after the election results have been certified. State police say officers arrested 33 drunk drivers as part of a traffic enforcement operation over the Thanksgiving holiday under its combined accident reduction effort operation. New Mexico State police officers issued more than 3,200 citations from Wednesday to Sunday. More than 100 of those citations were for not wearing seatbelts. NMSP also investigated 84 crashes, 3 of which were deadly. The operation involved increased patrols throughout the state. And that's a look at what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me so mad? I just want to run a cheese grater over my butt cheek so I can check that one off my bucket list. I don't know why it is, but when my old lady goes to tell me something, she totally lacks the ability to get to the point. A typical conversation starts out with Pearl saying something like, "Guess what Earl Jr. done today?" 40 minutes later, EJ's name has not been mentioned. I've heard half a dozen side stories about people Pearl knew in high school, and I can only hope whatever my son did does not involve going to prison, because by the time Pearl finishes the story, we'll have missed at least 3 parole hearings. The other day, we were getting ready to go to the store, and Pearl launched in this long speech about shoes. Well, they was the wrong footwear for the time of year, and the fact that I would be creating a bad impression if I wore these shoes out in public. I said, "You want me to change them?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "That's all you had to say in the first place." I swear the woman looked at me like I had suddenly started speaking Russian. She didn't get it. What concerns me most is a possible emergency situation. I mean, if Pearl sees somebody start to throw a rock at my head, I need her to bark out a quick "duck," not offer a 15-minute fashion critique of the rock thrower's outfit. Wake up, America! You know, they say women live longer than men, but as far as I'm concerned, they have to get all the words in before they die. Bob Earl Fitz American Pizza.
As a single mom, it means a lot to me to have a strong banking relationship. With the cost of living as it is, I have to make the most of every dollar I make.
Every member has different wants and needs. That's the basis of relationship-based personal service. A strong credit union is built on strong relationships. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hello, Jan from Toyota here.
Hi, Jan. With the Grand Highlander we got at Toyotathon, we've been able to do so much. 5 different ski trips, 4 family functions, 3 potlucks, 2 shopping sprees, and a really big tree.
Dealer inventory may vary. Current offers on these vehicles end December 5th. Offers are subject to change throughout Toyotathon, which ends on January 2nd. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit Permian Toyota in Hobbs today. Toyota, let's go places.
The holidays are here, and so returns the annual City of Hobbs tree lighting ceremony. The City of Hobbs is proud to announce the 6th annual tree lighting ceremony to be held Saturday, December 2nd from 6 to 9 in downtown Hobbs. There will be lots of food and beverage vendors, photos with Santa, and it's one of the best times to support local businesses with your holiday shopping. Check out the Holiday Carnival to include a snow machine, foam machine, jumpers, horse-drawn carriages, and more. Something special this year is this event will host the final performance of the New Mexico Junior College's Fearless Concert Series, which will include tributes to the bands The Eagles and Fleetwood Mac, and that starts right after the lighting of the tree. The Hobbs Chambers annual Christmas Parade is the same day, so join us at the parade at 10 a.m. on Turner, then meet us at 6 p.m. on Broadway for the annual City of Hobbs tree lighting ceremony. The funds raised by the City of Hobbs at this event go towards the Hobbs Fire Department's toy drive, so be sure to bring your toy or monetary donation for local families accepting this little bit of help, and the Hobbs Fire Department will be glad to spread holiday cheer with your generosity. Look up the City of Hobbs on Instagram or Facebook, or contact the City of Hobbs Communications Department at 575-397-8603 for more info. The City of Hobbs looks forward to seeing you at the 6th annual tree lighting ceremony at 6 p.m. on December 2nd in downtown Hobbs.
Be in the Breakfast Club on air, online, on your phone.
It was also Kamala's birthday. Happy birthday, great president.
And we are back with B in the Breakfast Club. B is having a seat right there, and he is back. Welcome back, B.
Wow. I was turning off all my Christmas lights. I got 3 inflatables, so I got to
you only missed about 15 seconds. So
and pack them up. I'm pretty good on time, but evidently I'm off a little bit. Maybe my internal clock is like 15 seconds off.
Could be.
All right,
Tom will take another 2 minutes, but he'll be back.
Yeah, Tom will be here shortly. I mean, usually he's back in the studio late, about 4 or 5 minutes. Brand new survey: Cambridge, Massachusetts is the top city for millennials. What else is in Cambridge, Massachusetts?
Harvard.
Harvard, yes.
Sorry, I'm just jumping back in here. What about Hartford?
What's in Cambridge, Massachusetts?
Boston.
Yes, Boston is in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
What's a suburb of it?
Yes, Boston is a suburb of Cambridge.
So number 2 on the list of cities that millennials love to move to, Seattle. Yeah, Seattle would be number 2. The bigger question is, how are they affording the high rent in Seattle?
Ooh, right.
There's a trend there, it seems, between both of those places.
Yeah, definitely. It's called woke liberalism.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them. New study finds that you really can eat raw liver to provide your body with several key nutrients that you may be missing from other foods. So liver is actually good for you. And yeah, by the way, your liver is gone. So, I mean, you can go ahead and eat liver.
Yeah. Did you know your liver is the only organism in your body that actually grows again?
Your liver is an organism?
Yeah.
I would say one of the key things you can get out of liver is probably iron.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know about it raw. I mean, I'll eat liver, but it has to be breaded and fried for me. That's just the way.
Well,
I don't.
When I was a kid, my grandmother used to make liverwurst, and that was pretty good.
Liverwurst. Mm-hmm.
Prosecutors in Fulton County, Georgia, say they don't plan to offer plea deals to the former president Donald Trump and at least 2 other high-level co-defendants. So no plea deals. Rudy Giuliani, sorry, no plea deal for you. Pack the hair dye because, yeah. George Santos, they're looking for him to resign. He says he will not resign. He says he was elected by the people of California,
right,
and will not resign. Now, he's been charged with deceiving donors and engaging in fraudulent business dealings.
Mm-hmm.
Who else has done that?
The president?
I'm just trying to figure out how that that works.
And you know, if they vote to remove him, and it takes 2/3 to do it. I mean, it's pretty steep. But there's ever only been 5 removed before. 2 of them after criminal convictions, like he's not convicted.
Right.
And the other 3 were because they were Confederate states.
Back in the day, there was a guy that had money in his refrigerator at the Capitol building, and I can't think of his name, from Louisiana, and he didn't step down, and they didn't remove him.
Yeah.
And they had been tracking this guy taking money from, he was straight out. A lobbyist would come in, he'd be, okay, how much? I'll tell you how much. I need $200,000 for my kid's college tuition fund. Okay. So they busted him with the money, and they actually posed as the lobbyists, and nothing happened to him. Well, look at Menendez. Gold bars, you name it.
Right.
Nothing's going to happen to him.
Right.
He's not stepping down. But this guy, they had run a sting on him. Something Jones was his name. But they busted him with the goods.
We got a phone call.
All right, let's go to the call, then we'll come back.
Good morning. You are on B and the Breakfast Club. How you doing?
Doing good, sir. Doing good. Yes, sir.
It's Frank, ladies and gentlemen.
Going back to the illegal immigration. So we're concerned right now because everything is happening so fast. But that's how they rush things to us, fast. But their long-term goal, it's a 10-year goal. It's $600 million to North America. I've said this before, and it's in the UN policies, and you can Google this. And 10 years from now, imagine what their offsprings are going to be educated with. And when they say, you know what, you're going to have to live in 15-minute cities or in cities that are confined. You cannot go across city property. You have to stay within a city, and you'll eat whatever Walmart has and whatever we supply Walmart, and you buy medicines that we supply. It's like, there was a time that whoever controls the narrative controls the mind, and now whoever controls the medicines controls the humanity. So we have to be on top of things, and it's a 10-year or 20-year plan. And if we're concerned of what's happening because every institution, college institution, lawyers, doctors, everybody's involved in it because the globalist money is like a big web. You wanna think by yourself. Guess what? In New York, you can't be a free thinker anymore because Kathy Hochul, she's banning information on the internet. But then again, when she goes up to Congress and tries to vote or tries to get her senators to think like her, they say, well, we need internet in rural areas. We need to fund, So that's how they fund internet, fast internet, and then they tell you what to watch, what not to hear, what not to listen to. And what are they doing? They're not having free thinkers anymore. They want to that boat done sailed. So free thinkers are out there, and we're too involved in this two-party system that there's a certain amount of that in the Republican Party where they want you to think just a certain way. So it does go both ways. Yes, exactly, and that's why Trump, he's always been a free thinker. That's why he's a businessman, and it took him 4 years to have peace in the world. And with China, he put him in his place. He said, you know what, you little Chinaman, either I control you and control your goods, because that's what the American people voted for. They voted for me to control your goods are going to stay in boats until I say so, because you stole our technology. And
they've been stealing our technology. Yeah,
they steal
I'm
technology,
with you, Frank.
They tax us. And they tax us. But when our goods go over there, they tax us a lot. But when their goods come here, they don't want to pay taxes.
No.
And that's why a businessman like Trump and a free thinker is what we need.
Yep, no doubt. Appreciate you, Frank. By the way, William Jefferson was the guy from Louisiana I was trying to think of. They found $90,000 in his freezer. And so, Tom, is that a pretty good place to hide money in the freezer?
Cold cash.
Cold cash, definitely. According to a survey, 60% of us say that money can buy happiness, but the number you need, about $1.2 million. That's the magic number, $1.2 million. And Campfire Kids have had their candy sale going on. It is underway, and I didn't even know they still existed.
Campfire, girls,
Well, no, Tom.
Which ones?
Girls.
They're not girls.
No, Campfire Kids.
Oh, they're naming them kids now.
Yeah, I mean, Boy Scouts are not boys anymore. They're just scouts. We can't have any of that. Sex and the City star Cynthia Nixon. She's on a hunger strike.
Already skinny.
Yeah, demanding a.
You know which one that is? Yeah, she's a redhead. She's gay, right? She's lesbian.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you which one it was other than Sarah Jessica Parker.
So what about her, bro? How come she went on hunger strike?
Anyway, look, you know what makes it this matter worse? That her grandparents were survivors of the Holocaust.
Oh.
Yeah, what part of this, as a Jewish person, you should be in sync with your fellow Jews, I would think. But nope. Ceasefire.
Kevin Kevin, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it right now, and this is going to make people mad at me, but liberalism is a mental disorder.
Oh, no doubt. One person killed after a shooting in Odessa. I don't know if you guys saw this story, but Odessa police say one person killed after a shooting happened yesterday afternoon. Investigators say about 4:24 p.m. At the 43rd block of Clover, officers called to a gunshot victim. 38-year-old John Michael Adueo was found dead. Carlos Ruben Cruz was arrested on charges with first-degree murder and theft of a firearm. 57-year-old was arrested by law enforcement in Ector County. I can't believe we're going to waste our time. How much money does it cost to go to Berkeley or Harvard or even University of Florida?
For your hitch, I would say $1 million.
For a semester?
Yeah, let's go by semester.
I'm going to guess somewhere between $35,000 and $50,000.
I'm going to say $80,000.
And your kid is taking a Taylor Swift course? No, serious. Berkeley, Harvard, and University of Florida all offering a course on Taylor Swift. I mean, what would you teach in the course?
How to sing and how to stay rich and be rich.
I just don't understand what would you get from that. All right, outside entity spent over $20,000 in a city council race in Roswell. Our Values PAC spent over $20,000 to keep Foster off the city council.
Wow.
I knew something was up when they put out the flyer about him not paying his water bill.
Yeah, he was already on the way out because by his own deal.
So Our Values PAC. Tom, you have any idea who that is?
No.
Could it be somebody in Ruidoso? Could it be a consultant, a strategist for the Republican Party in Ruidoso? You know who I'm talking about, Tom.
Yeah, but I ain't going to mention no names.
Oh, you're not going to mention his name?
No.
Well, why wouldn't you mention his name?
Because maybe he had nothing to do with it.
It's his PAC, Tom.
saying.
And they spent $20,000 in a municipal election to keep Barry Foster off the city council in Roswell.
Tom, whose PAC is it?
So who was it, B?
I don't remember the guy's name, but I know you remember because he's a buddy of yours, and you always wanted to have him on.
Yeah, but no.
So what's his name, Tom?
I don't know. I'm not even going to mention his name.
I mean, just say you don't remember. I mean, at least I'm man enough to say I don't remember.
If you write it down, I'll say it because I don't know who it is.
No. No. You never know when I need to use him.
Billingsley?
Did you hear that, B?
What he said?
He said, you never know when I need to use him.
Oh, really? So you're killing me.
Well, he's a good source for stuff that I need. So I ain't going to burn that bridge.
So maybe it should be Billingsley kills Foster. $20,000. That's unheard of. But number one, for a PAC to spend that type of money in a city council race. Am I wrong, Blake?
No, that's a tremendous amount.
That's a ridiculous amount of money to keep somebody from winning. That's crazy money.
On a small city council race. That's usually more than like many campaigns full budget.
So, and let me just specify, it's not John Billingsley only, it's multiple people that head up that PAC and put the money up to run that PAC. But John Billingsley is the guy that spreads the money out. All right, 877-396-W105. Tom A., the guy that won't tell us about people because, well, I might need them for something. I don't. Maybe I can call them to change my tire in the middle of the night. God only knows. Morning show this morning being brought to you by a stand-up guy. Talking about Randy Pettigrew. RandallPettigrew.com is where you can find out more information about your state representative in District 61. He's the guy that continues to fight in Santa Fe against this tyrannical governor. When COVID hit, he was one of the guys. He was a good guy that fought to keep our schools open, make sure our businesses remained open. He has fought for the unborn, fought for our Second Amendment rights, and every session fighting for our way of life in Southeast New Mexico. And here we go, running for his third term in office. He needs your help. He needs your help. Running a campaign is not cheap. If you can give to his campaign, go to the website RandallPettigrew.com for more information. Tom?
All right, so Ricky and Hobbs is shouting, hey, out to the Hobbs Lady Eagles for their win over El Paso Hanks last night. They beat them by 50. By the way, the Lady Eagles open up home on Friday night as they take on Lubbock Monterey at 8 o'clock. So catch the Lady Eagles. They're going to be a great team again this year. And, Kevin, you're right. It was William Jefferson. But Charles Jones is still crooked. Hard to keep
both
up
of them
in
are
Louisiana.
crooked, but it was William Jefferson.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, on the question of the day on your first car, this one texter says, mine was a black Mustang, says the texter. Okay.
You know, I was so lucky. I got a Mustang later in life, and when I went to buy it, I was all stoked that I was finally getting a Mustang. And it was one of those 4-cylinder Mustangs, the 5.0. Oh, my God, that was a terrible car.
The Mustang 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad car. That was just sickening. I should have never bought it.
Tommy and Carlsbad, shout out to Frank. Thank you, brother. Keep up the good work, says the texter. And how about the students in the Taylor Swift class learn tour dates, the Kelsey dates, and dates of groupie therapy with psychologists studying.
I don't get what you would learn in the Taylor Swift course.
Well, she's worth $1.1 billion.
I get that, Tom. I get that. But what exactly are you learning? Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be where you go to a place to get a higher education. I know it didn't turn out that way for you, but that's what it's designed for, I do believe. All right, Carrie Jean-Pierre, talking about Hunter Biden's testimony going before the Select Committee. Here's what she had to say.
Hunter Biden's attorney, Abby Lowell, has offered to testify, but publicly. Does the White House support that? Will White House counsel advise him? And should a witness get to negotiate under those terms on how they should be able to testify?
You know, here's what I'll say about that is House Republicans should really focus on American families instead of the president's family.
No. You should focus on American families because more people are living paycheck to paycheck today, more people than ever in the past 30 years. So you and your Democratic stooges should concentrate on the American people. You really should. Quit giving our money away. Yeah. Why do we keep electing dumb people?
Because we're dumb.
It could be because we're dumb. Listen to some of these politicians and some people that were appointed. Yeah. Listen to the first one. This is funny.
My fear is that the whole island will become so overly populated that it will tip over and capsize.
Oh my God, the whole island will tip over and capsize.
God.
He
believes in a flat earth too.
Yeah. All right, I'll continue.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Back in the business of creating a more peaceful world. Please clap.
By the way, that was Jeb Bush, in case you didn't know who that was. Please clap. You know when you have to say, please clap, that you didn't deserve the clap.
But we have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it.
We're not going to tell you what is in it. You have to. We'll pass it, and then you can just say you can see what's in it.
When you're white, you don't know what it's like to be living in a ghetto. You don't know what it's like to be poor.
No. So there have never been white poor people. I mean, it's people like Bernie Sanders that are spewing that fake news. By the way, I was a person that frequented the ghetto as a kid.
Oh, the ghetto.
And, you know, we go pick up guys we played basketball with and baseball with. And they're actually white people that lived in the ghetto also. I think it is terrible that they don't believe that white people have suffered. During the Great Depression, you don't think that white people suffered? There are white poor people. There are brown poor people. And there are black poor people. We all suffered together. I wasn't rich when we were kids. My mom and dad had one saying, it's okay to be poor. It's not okay to be poor and dirty, Tom. 877-396-W105, National Anthem and the Pledge coming up. Get to the text.
All right, so Cactus from Carlsbad on the vehicle, her first. My first was a 69 white step-side Chevrolet with a wooden bed.
A step-tie?
A step-side Chevrolet.
Step-side.
What is that, like a Camino, El Camino?
No, it's a step-side pickup.
Truck.
Step-side? You don't know what a step-side truck is?
Mm-mm.
That boy doesn't even know what a step is.
Buddy says, oh, it's cold, but he said it anyway. Anybody that lives in Lovington lives in the ghetto, says Buddy this morning. I seen where you live, buddy. Yeah, buddy. And this other texter says, I know something else that you have to pass. See what's in it. Laugh out loud, says the texter. And Swift, yeah, you know, she sold her soul to the devil.
I'm not saying she sold her soul to the devil, but I'm just saying she, you know, a class on Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm. You know, she keeps us. I did this on my show yesterday. They call her the merchandise queen because everything that she puts out there, she gets a kickback from it, right?
Tom,
So-
don't you think every artist gets a kickback from
no,
merch?
not particular, but her, because she's so popular right now.
Jesus, dear sweet baby Jesus. Wow.
No, but she
People make
demands
merchandise and don't expect anything from it.
Well, she demands
No,
to
they
get a kickback.
they allow people to sell it at the concerts, and they don't get
Yeah.
nothing.
But you wait till she no longer has a hit song. What's going to happen with her?
She'll be at home counting $1 billion.
And mark my words, she's going to marry Travis Kelce.
I really don't give a damn one way or another. I mean, I hate to break it to you like that. I don't care.
Right.
She's going to marry him. You
Who
watch.
cares?
I don't care. You Dancing with the Stars watching soap opera Son of a Buck.
I didn't watch
All right, taking out trash this morning be brought to you by Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com. They do residential pickup. Call them today to schedule your trash pickup. Also, they'd like to remind you at Trash Eaters, give to the Lovington Animal Shelter. They need help spay and neutering the animals and shipping them off to a no-kill facility. They also need volunteers. 575-552-3669. Call them today. Well, there's lots of people upset. Melania Trump's outfit at the funeral for Rosalind Carter has sparked outrage among the liberals.
Wasn't the dress.
She did not wear black to the funeral. By the way, she was the only politician to not wear black at the funeral.
Well,
Michael Obama had black.
Right.
The Clintons wore black.
She's a fashionista. The only thing I have against Marlena is this.
Who's Marlena?
The former first lady. And
Melania?
Or whatever her name is that her hairdo. That's so 2000s.
I'm going to be honest, Tom. When I see her, I'm not looking at her hair. That's just me. But I'm taking out the trash. Don't you have bigger things to worry about if she has black or gray on?
Right.
Well, Tom says you got to worry about her hairdo.
Yeah. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman. I no problems.
Beautiful.
Looks like Biden will allow Iran to sell oil to keep our prices down. See, we're coming up on election next year. It is so important that we keep our oil prices down. So he has no problem with Iran selling oil. Don't we have tariffs on Iran selling oil?
Mm-hmm. We do.
I think we do. But it really doesn't matter because the election's coming up. City of Odessa on Tuesday issued a statement saying that Odessa Police Department, their intelligence unit, began investigating a overdose incident involving fentanyl. During the investigation, they reviewing surveillance, they made the arrest of 2 suspects. Suspects were 17-year-old Caitlin McKibble and Haley Archuleta. By the way, both of them were charged in this fentanyl overdose case. See, I think that if we start arresting people that sell fentanyl or any drugs and charging them when somebody overdoses, I think maybe that will send the proper message. And even if it doesn't, no big deal. We take a couple drug dealers off the street. Not a problem.
Well, liberals want to do that with gun manufacturers.
Yeah, we sure are. And New Mexico certified their election results from the November elections. That happened yesterday. Check of the weather this morning being brought to you by Maine Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Maine Trailer Sales. Serving southeast New Mexico. They can take care of you. They've got 2 lots in Roswell. Their number 575-622-1751. They've been around for 70-plus years. Go to the website, MaineTrailerSalesInc.com. Take the virtual tour of every unit on the website. That cut down the time that you spend having to go there and look at every unit. You can do it in the comforts of your home or while you work. MaineTrailerSalesInc.com. Don't go camping without Maine Trailer Sales. Tom, I got the things that happened on this date in history up next.
All right, so this texter said, you know what? We keep electing dumb people to office because a smart person would not put himself or his family in that predicament, says the texter. Okay. And you know what?
That's a terrible thing that we only elect dumb people because smart people don't want to run.
Right. And, you know, Marlena Trump does not need any fashion advice from a bunch of corrupt politicians and their media puppets.
Neither does Melania.
Yeah. Marlena.
No.
Both of them.
So you haven't caught on yet, have you?
What? That
the Tomisms.
The first lady's name was Melania?
The Tomisms.
The Tamisms?
Yeah.
It's always been the same name. And you've always said it wrong. Chris Christie says he's not dropping out of the race.
Well, Trump's voters in New Hampshire said they are open to changing their minds between now and primary day on January 23rd. So, you know, I know everybody wants to make this race over now, but it's not over, and it's not even close to over.
By the way, you're polling 4%. It's pretty much over. At least it's over for you. You're not going to be. You'll never be elected president of the United States. Never. George Santos says he's not resigning.
I will not be resigning. And with that, I yield back the balance of my time.
I mean, he filibustered for like an hour. And, read off names on a list and all, but I'm not resigning. No. All right, things that happen on this date in history being brought to you by Train at New Mexico. Get your CDL in 1 week. It's a 1-week training course. And 96% of people that take that course end up passing the test and getting their CDL license. 96% on the first try. These guys know what they're doing. They've got 25 years of training and staff development experience, and they know exactly what to teach you. They'll teach you how to pass the CDL inspection, skills test, and driving tests, and more. And part of the reason people pass is one-on-one training. More one-on-one training and more time behind the wheel. Call them today. They're based in Roswell. Mention B in the Breakfast Club. And they're going to give you $100 off your enrollment fee. 575-840-9555. Call them today. Things that happen on this date in history. Thomas Edison made his very first sound recording. Mary Had a Little Lamb. That was in 1877. By the way, it became #1 in the country with a bullet. 1890. Army-Navy game played for the very first time. Navy won the game 24-0.
Ooh.
Motorcycle races were held on a oval track for the first time in 1897. Whole thing went around in circles. King Tut's tomb was opened in 1922. They found old McDonald's. They found the Big Mac and fries, and they were well preserved. Also, have you ever seen that, the well preserved McDonald's food?
Mm-hmm. And they don't do anything to it. They just have it. It's in a little plastic box.
Yep. Chicago beats Detroit in the first nationally broadcast NFL game in 1934. 1951. 1951, very first underground atomic explosion took place in Frenchman Flat, Nevada.
Wow. And the rest is history.
And Red River, New Mexico set a snowfall record of 34 inches in 24 hours in 1975. Russell Wilson of the Denver Broncos, 35 years old. The Game, the rapper, is 44. Anna Faris is 47. Who's she married to, Tom?
What's his name? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that guy, Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That guy.
Star-Lord.
Brian Baumgartner, who played Kevin on The Office, is 51.
Really?
Also, birthday wish going out to Don Cheadle, who is 59.
He was in the movie The Ocean's 11.
He was a Kansas City Kid.
Yep.
Back in the day.
He is War Machine for the Avengers.
America Got Talent judge Howie Mandel is 68 years old. Speaking of germophobics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a germophobic guy.
And Dave Rubin, who wrote a book, Everything You Ever Wanted to Know About Sex But Were Afraid to Ask, is 90 and still doing the boom boom in the room. So happy birthday, Dave Rubens. By the way, I got spanked and got grounded for going to see the movie when I was 12 years old.
This should really be.
I never forget the interrogation. My mother was like a CIA agent, and I was being waterboarded. So what did you do?
Right.
I spent the night at my cousin's, Mom. Where did you guys go? Oh, we went to the movie. We went to see The Sound of Music.
Oh, there was music playing.
No.
Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
Yeah. No, not The Sound of Music. All right, 10 minutes away from the hour of 8. We got to take our break. Our number 877-396-W105. Tom, get to the text so we can do our national anthem and our pledge.
All right, B, we got an accident alert right now. Texter's saying there's a semi on fire on 285 near Malaga. Firefighters are on the scene. Again, a semi is on fire at 285 near Malaga, and firefighters are on the scene. And this report being brought to you by
our buddy Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com. Hey, Blake, I never forget, me and Tom were in Roswell, and the first time he had to say Malaga, he said Malaja.
Well, that's what it sounded to me.
Well, you know, that's got to be the next wife.
And left out the twa. Yes.
He doesn't know. He can't count that high.
No. All right, 751. What else is going on, Tom?
All right, so old man wisdom. Yeah, it's okay to be stupid. It's not okay to prove it, though, says the texter. And, Tom, you're the one who hasn't caught on. We're sick of your Tom Esops, says the texter.
I think that goes hand in hand with the other one you just read.
Oh, yeah, okay. Chris says another one. Says, I love how B always gives Tom a hard time about being wrong. Chris Pratt is married to Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter, says the texter. Who would you say he's married to?
Do you think I sit here and make this stuff up? I'm serious. Where is the show prep? I ain't got time to make this stuff up.
Well, people don't realize that once you read it, you throw it away. So.
And I read directly out the show. Anna Faris. She was married to Chris Pratt.
Was married.
Former wife, yeah.
Was married. Now she could be with Arnold's son.
No, Chris Pratt is with Arnold's daughter.
Oh, Arnold's daughter. Oh, this whole thing. It is a menage a trois. All right, 877-396-W105.
He did get in bed with a maid, didn't he?
And by the way, it's not that son
that
she's with, our daughter.
Tommy and
I'm
Carl's bad.
not going to gender, switch them.
So one more. Tommy and Carl's bad. Biden, you know what? He should be charged with fentanyl overdoses.
He's allowing it.
There's a texter. Me?
All right, on the way, we're going to talk about a former NFL player that could be running for an Alabama congressional district and could be a blow to Democrats. Aretha Franklin's sons, they found the will in the cushions of the couch. It has been certified. And the DOJ fails to stop Rachel Levine, her emails from being exposed, or his emails from being exposed. And law enforcement agents have an issue with the brand new Apple ISO release. We'll talk about that in a tragic accident overnight. U.S. military aircraft carrying 6 crashed. We'll talk about that story coming up next. We got to get to the national anthem and the pledge, being brought to you by Rebecca Long. Rebecca is your farmer's insurance agent. Has been for 40-plus years. Started the business at 19. Would love to chat with you about your insurance needs. You can come up with a quote to save you a lot of money. And part of the discounts that she uses to save you money is bundling all your policies together to save you money. If you're a young couple starting out and you want to go with somebody that's going to walk you through the process, that's Rebecca. Rebecca Long, Farmers Insurance Agent, 575-393-2661. She can take care of all your insurance. She serves Lee, Eddy, and Chaves County. Call her today. The number again is 393-2661. Call her today. Proud sponsor of the national anthem and the pledge. Stand by. We've got the large prayer on the way. Also, we're going to give you a chance to qualify for the cash boob of the day on the way. 7:54. Here's the national anthem and the pledge on W105.
Hi, my name is Cooper, and I'm from College Lane Elementary, and I'm going to be singing the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
God bless America. God bless you. It's 7:57. We're W105. Large prayer this morning being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in control.
From Isaiah 57. For this is what the high and exalted one says, he who lives forever, whose name is holy. I live in a whole high and holy place, but also with the one who is contrite and lowly in spirit, to revive their spirit of the lowly and to revive the heart of the contrite.
Hello, I'm here with my wife Dixie, and I'm Blaze Campanella with Judah Oil. We pray that as you go through your day, that you will see all the blessings you've been given. God said that He will prosper you and not harm you. See, in a world that is lost, God is there. Yes, in the most empty place, your most fearful circumstance, God is there. He will never leave you. Never forget, Jesus loves you. He really, really does. Please take a moment and pray the Lord's Prayer with us. God bless you. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Quick check of the weather this morning being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the Home Store. Get in there today. If you're looking for work boots, they have a huge selection of work boots, including steel toe boots. They've got FR gear, hard hats, safety gear, everything for going to work in the patch. And while you're there, check out the furniture, appliances, and electronics. They are offering zero-down financing. Right next door is Scrub Outfitters, the largest selection of scrubs in 100 miles. Big-name brands like Healing Hands and Dickies, and the list goes on. And don't forget, they have the largest selection of compression socks, all shapes, all sizes, all different colors, and different cartoons on the socks, and all kind of other things. And, of course, comfy shoes. Find out more information inside the Broadmoor Mall, Scrub Outfitters and Rig Outfitters. Sunny today, high temperature 61, 41 coming up tonight with a 10% chance of rain tonight, late tonight, into early tomorrow morning. Some isolated showers tomorrow morning, and then blowing dust as wind gets over 60, make that 40 miles an hour from the west tomorrow. High temperature getting up to 60. We're going to check in, find out what's going on with news. Boob of the day coming up next. We're on the Breakfast Club, KWMW, Maljamora 105.1 FM, straight up 8 o'clock. News being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm, Luke Ragsdale. Settling big cases out in the patch, over $10 million in one case, $9 million in that medical malpractice case he settled. Also, Luke settling cases for car accidents, slip and falls, any type of personal injury. And if you've been involved in a criminal matter and you've been wrongfully accused of something, Luke can defend you. 575-208-5300, RagsdaleLawFirm.com. Let's qualify you for the cash this morning. We'll check news next on W105.
New Mexico Junkmasters presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money!
I want it now.
Call in now to win.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. At least one crew member of a U.S. military Osprey aircraft is killed, pulled from the water after a crash off the coast of Japan.
Japan's Coast Guard reported finding wreckage from an Osprey carrying 6 people crashing off the southern end of Japan. It's about 2 miles from Yakushima Island, and they appear to have found also a deployed lifeboat along with the wreckage debris field.
Fox's Griff Jenkins. It's the last day of a 6-day Israel-Hamas ceasefire, unless it's extended again. Secretary of State Antony Blinken heads back to Israel today.
We'll discuss with Israel how it can achieve its objective of ensuring that the terrorist attacks of October 7th never happen again, while sustaining and increasing humanitarian assistance and minimizing further suffering and casualties among Palestinian civilians.
Secretary Blinken in Brussels, Belgium, meeting with other foreign secretaries at NATO headquarters. Another 12 Hamas hostages were released last night. America's listening to Fox News.
'Tis the season to give. Carlsbad Chevrolet has teamed up with the Faith, Hope, and Love Foundation to give back to the community and raise money for the Christmas shop. Now through December 15th, Carlsbad Chevrolet will donate $100 from every vehicle sold to the Faith, Hope, and Love Foundation. And with a lot chock full of beautiful new and pre-owned vehicles, it's never been easier to drive away knowing you've made a positive impact on a child's holiday. Make the season unforgettable for everyone. Head for Carlsbad Chevrolet because together we can make a real difference. 2155 South Canal.
Reimagine every adventure, every terrain, every incredible memory. The Yamaha Wolverine family of side-by-side vehicles help you reimagine off-road capability, comfort, and confidence. Available right now at Garner's Motorsports in Hobbs. With the Wolverine R-Max 2 1000 and R-Max 4 1000, recreation meets sport and maximum power meets maximum comfort and versatility. And with the Wolverine X2 and X4 8050, extreme terrain meets its match. Find your Yamaha Wolverine at Garner's Motorsports, 320 North Del Paso and Hobbs, or YamahaMotorsports.com. Always protect the environment and wear your seatbelt, helmet, eye protection, and protective clothing. Read the owner's manual and product warning labels before operation. Vehicle specifications subject to change.
Are you a caregiver of a friend or family member that could use some support? We're here for you. Introducing New Mexicare, a program dedicated to caring for our families. We offer significant financial assistance and comprehensive training to empower both caregivers and older adults to flourish in the comfort of home. To see if you're eligible to enroll in the program, visit newmexicare.org. That's newmexicare.org.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
Hello, Jan from Toyota here.
Hi, Jan. With the Grand Highlander we got at Toyotathon, we've been able to do so much. 5 different ski trips, 4 family functions, 3 potlucks, 2 shopping sprees, and a really big tree.
Dealer inventory may vary. Current offers on these vehicles end December 5th. Offers are subject to change throughout Toyotathon, which ends on January 2nd. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit Permian Toyota in Hobbs today. Toyota, let's go places.
Untreated hearing loss is more than just a little inconvenience. Recent studies have linked it to diabetes, cardiovascular problems, depression, and even Alzheimer's disease. Experts recommend a professional hearing evaluation as the first step when considering hearing aids. Crystal Dyer is a licensed, certified hearing care professional with years of experience at Miracle Ear here in Hobbs. For the next 2 weeks, she's conducting no-obligation hearing tests with risk-free trials of the most trusted hearing aid in America. Visit miracle-ear.com or stop by her office in the Hobbs Plaza to learn how Miracle Ear can help you. At Coffee Drilling LLC, they offer a wide range of drilling services, from small domestic water to agricultural and monitor wells. In addition to mud and rotary drilling, Coffee Drilling offers services to pre-existing wells, as well as troubleshooting of pumps and all control systems. Call Coffee Drilling today to schedule your routine maintenance or see about an upgrade to your water system. Call 505-270-1767. That's 505-270-1767. Coffee Drilling LLC, over 20 years experience and serving all of Hobbs, Lovington, and Eunice.
Hey, this is Big Ben, and I wanted to let you guys know that due to current local weather conditions, Permian Chevy Buick GMC Nissan is having a hail sale. I know what you guys are thinking. Hail yes! Mother Nature wins again. And you can save thousands on over 250 brand new and pre-owned vehicles in stock. These deals are going to be on a first-come, first-served basis, so you got to act quick. Huge savings? Hail yes! Giant selection? Hail yes! If you have credit issues, can we help? Hail yes! Did I mention if you have a vehicle you'd rather not be driving? Do we want to buy your car? Hail yes! All trade-ins are welcome during this event, so if you want to take advantage of the sale, take advantage of the inventory, and take advantage of the opportunity, you got to get down to Permian Chevy Buick GMC Nissan now. Need more? How about no payments until January 2024? That's right, get the car you need and save some extra cash for the holidays with no car payments. It's a hail sale going on now. Come shop and save at Permian Chevy Buick GMC Nissan, 701 West Navajo Drive in Hobbs.
Here is your Liar Liar Pants on Fire update.
I may be a practicing Catholic. I used to go to 7:30 Mass every morning in high school and then in college before I went to the black church.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
Why did they do that?
Because they're stupid, that's why.
Oh, how they smell, sheep sure do smell. You are a freak, man, do they reek. Boy, do they stink, throw 'em in the sink. Smells like a John, girlfriend is gone. Oh, how they smell, sheep sure do smell. Makes me want to throw up now.
By the way, one Christmas song an hour. There you go. I'm keeping with the mandate. Got you covered. I'm telling you, I have you covered. 8 after 8, we are beyond the Breakfast Club. A Disneyland employee spent $24,000 on his corporate credit card, funding a lifestyle fueled by illegal drugs. Mickey Mouse gave him a second chance. That's when he went out and was very busy.
He must be running for office.
Yeah. Pete chasing the dragon, or in this case, he was just chasing the dragon. The guy did a lot of illegal drugs, and guess what? Did some of the drugs that he bought with his Disney card at the park.
Of course.
Imagine that.
Of course.
Nebraska woman bagged a marriage proposal shortly after killing a big buck during a hunting trip. Needless to say that these two will live happily ever after because they put the horn in horny, meaning the buck, the horns, Tom. All right, 877-396-W105B on the Breakfast Club. High winds yesterday toppled over the national Christmas tree at the White House.
Mm-hmm.
Kamala and second gentleman Doug Ingoff are scheduled to host this year's Christmas lighting tomorrow.
Well, the tree assuming the position, it was horizontal.
Yeah, so they got it back up. And entrapped rap industry icon Sean P. Diddy Puffy Combs has announced he temporarily has stepped aside as chairman of his music-oriented television network called Revolt. I'm going to be honest, I didn't even know there was a channel called Revolt. And he's got sexual assault charges or lawsuits at this point.
Are they new ones, or are these like?
He's
had a bunch over the years.
One of his assistants supposedly that he actually had a long-term relationship is charging him with sexual assault, not consensual, even though they were in a relationship. I don't know how that works, but just saying. By the way, Will Smith said his lawsuit against Puffy could be coming down soon.
That reminds me, Tom drew his picture earlier, and so he wants to show it into the camera.
Yeah,
so
let me see.
Do it in that one right up there, Tom.
And then
do it in the
and
studio
then Blake's
camera.
gonna take a guess of what it is.
Go right up there, that studio camera. Put it right in front. Yep, there you go. Is it there?
I would think you'd have to get a little bit closer than that.
I can't see yet because of the delay. What I'm looking at.
It looks like a lemon to me, but by the way, you're walking like Joe Biden.
What's
Serious. Yeah, I mean, the geriatric shuffle. Serious.
Well, hello, 63.
What the hell is the matter with you? The geriatric shuffle.
By the way, Blake, did you guess what the picture was about?
I want people to text in their guesses to what it is, and then I will,
like a
in a minute,
lemon.
we'll come back to it.
Because
We'll circle
Like a
back.
damn lemon.
Because then I'm going to auction it off. The Tom A. Picasso original.
Who are you going to donate the proceeds to?
A charity, local charity.
What local charity?
I haven't decided yet.
I remember when you did it for the kids. That was like a burning fart.
So
I'm going to wait for some texters who can see the video to guess what it is. And Kevin, don't forget to circle back.
I can barely see it, but it looks like a lemon to me. Political network founded by the Koch brothers endorsing Nikki Haley in the presidential run.
Mm-hmm.
They were backing DeSantis. They made the switch. They don't like Donald Trump because he doesn't adhere to do whatever they say.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye West sang a anti-Semitic song on stage in Dubai. Well, I get that.
Is he Muslim?
He could be. You know, if you really want to be brave, you should have done a anti-Muslim song. I think that would have been awesome in Dubai. I think that would have been really good. Paul McCartney and Elton John, along with Garth Brooks, performing at the Spinal Tap sequel. Spinal Tap. So Paul McCartney and Garth Brooks and Elton John all perform for the reunion of Spinal Tap. And Mark Cuban has announced he's leaving Shark Tank next year.
Yeah, I heard that.
And he sold the
16th
majority
and
stake.
final year.
He sold his majority stake in the Mavericks.
He's trying to sell.
Yeah, he is getting out of the management side of the matter. He's still owned a chunk.
No, he's selling the majority stake, but he's still going to be general manager.
Oh, right. Wow.
Now,
that
and he's
works.
not the only wealthy person that's really diversifying themselves lately or selling off like big chunks of things. There's quite
I
a
don't
few
know
really
if you
rich
saw
people.
yesterday that Jeff Bezos is selling off huge amounts of Amazon stock.
And
I thought because they were about to crash, but they had the largest, the best week in 52 weeks.
So
But he's getting married, though.
if we got a lot of rich people selling stuff off to be cash, to have cash on hand, what should that tell the rest of us?
That we better have cash on hand because things are going to hell in a handbasket.
I'm just saying.
He knows something.
Tom, do you have cash on hand?
I do.
Because he never pays for anything.
Yeah.
Of course. That's the way that works. God bless him. Las Cruces man sentenced to 45 years in prison for murdering his girlfriend. Girlfriend's name was Brittany Skagg, and he murdered her. And got on a motorcycle and fled the scene. He was charged yesterday. He was sentenced yesterday to 45 years in prison. Juan Vasquez, 45 years in prison for murdering his girlfriend in Doña Ana County. Multiple Pecos police officers on restrictive duty after a shooting. So according to the Pecos chief of police, Lisa Toronto said on Sunday that officers with the department are now undergoing a cooling off period. They went to a domestic issue. Tom, what is the most dangerous call police officers can go to?
Number one is those domestic calls.
Yeah. They found Adam Ibarra, 37 years old, in his house. Officers involved in the shooting were, they killed Ibarra at his house. And evidently Ibarra fired a weapon at them, and they returned fire. I always say police officers are much better shots.
Right.
Because they get in a lot more practice, and their practice is free. They don't pay for ammo, so they're always pretty good at what they do. Always. Lubbock man arrested for child porn claims that his computer was hacked. Raul Luis Lopez, 30 years old. Yeah, well, they were like, no, that's not my child porn. My computer must have been hacked. By the way, I don't know who's believing him, but court documents state that the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children got a tip from the internet provider that he was uploading content to a cloud storage.
Yeah, it wasn't even downloading. He was uploading.
Yeah, uploading. Yeah. So that may, Tom, what's the difference between downloading and uploading?
Well, uploading means you're getting something. Downloading means you're sending something.
Other way around.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
It's a neighborhood.
But it was right there in the neighborhood. Texas school district removes a convicted prostitute from roles.
Saw that.
Including overseeing the sex education department at Goodley, Texas school systems.
Well, I thought they wanted an expert in the field.
Right.
I mean, she was an expert in the field. So the school district removed the woman's. You can't make this crap up. And they removed her from the sex ed department after she was busted for prostitution.
It was her lesson plan.
Right.
Well, I mean, she was experimenting to make sure she got everything right.
Right.
I mean, after the 50th time, she got it right. What more can be said? Former NFL player has launched his bid for a newly drawn Alabama congressional district that could put a blow to the Democrats. So the former Alabama football star went on to play in the NFL, looking forward to becoming the next congressman and the 2nd Congressional District of Alabama. Wallace Gilberry, that played at the University of Alabama, is a Republican, also an African-American, has great name recognition in the state of Alabama, and is running for that seat as a Republican. By the way, Democrats are extremely concerned. I'm telling you, the tide is changing. It is. Tom of the tax.
Roll, tide, roll. Right.
Yeah. We're going to do the boob of the day coming up next.
All right. So, wow, man, who sang that national anthem this morning? It was beautiful. We have that on rotation, but I'll ask Russ because he put those in, and maybe we'll have an
How
answer.
would Russ know which one played?
Oh, he does. Well, I'll just ask him. There's only 2 quartets that we have in our rotation.
That was a quintet.
Yeah. Was it a quintet? Okay. And I hope school prostitutes, I hope that school prostitute wasn't going to take those kids on a field trip.
Well, I mean, she was just charging. I mean, field trips. I mean, they're very expensive nowadays.
Right.
It was show and tell.
Yes. Wow.
And another texter says, that picture looked like Tom's brain, says the texter.
Hey, at least
just the left lobe, because the right lobe is halfway gone.
I'm going to guess that it was his attempt at a buffet.
No. So it's a circle.
Well, that was the platter you use at the buffet.
All right, so it was a circle,
an oval
with wiggly lines outside of it. Okay.
Hey, if Hunter Biden can do it, maybe Tom can too.
What that is a picture of a lake with the reflection of the water. Make sense? You're an artist.
No, absolutely not.
If that's what you say it is, okay.
I'm starting the auction off $100.
Hey, B, you remember there was a lady that her daughter did a drawing of her, and it looked she was on a pole with all the guys with dollar bills around, and she had to go to the school and explain that it was her trying to sell a snow shovel. She is not a pole dancer.
Oh.
Same kind of interpretation here with the lake.
Oh, wow.
What's an original?
I still say that
your art would be much better off if you'd have taken like jelly beans and put them in a jar of urine.
What is that?
Well, do you remember when they claimed that a crucifix and a jar of urine was art?
Mm-hmm. And it was funded by the government.
Yeah, by the tax.
Part of the endowment for the arts.
Oh,
yeah.
$250,000.
All right, 821. Let's get to the boob of the day, being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine, the aesthetics medical professionals on staff. They love to chat with you about your medical care. If you're not feeling good, if your body, sometimes your body talks to you, and you need to listen. Sometimes things are going on in your life, and you just don't have the get up and go to do anything anymore. The drive to get up and do stuff, and your libido is down, and that will cause you to, it would cause me great concern. But I mean, you have to listen to your body. Desert Functional can help you there. They can do a deep dive into your blood work. They have a lab right there on their facility. They can take care of all of that. And they offer such things, if you're living in pain, as stem cell therapy and ozone therapy, cryogenics therapy, and more. They also do hormonal optimization. So, ladies, if you're living with menopause and you haven't heard about hormonal optimization, go in and talk to Kelly Pfeiffer or any of the staff members today. And, guys, testosterone. Testosterone replacement therapy has changed my way of life. 3 years running now on testosterone. 3900 North Lovington Highway in Hobbs. Go talk to them today. Find them on the web, also on Facebook. TheDesertFMA.com, proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day.
When someone is caught with something they shouldn't have, their first instinct is usually to say it's not theirs, which might be believable in some situations, but not usually with Tommy and not with this one. A 46-year-old man in Florida, of course, Florida, named Caleb Phillips was being screened by a corrections officer at jail on Monday. And they discovered he had a plastic cylinder, that's quotes, in his underwear, and it was tucked under his junk. And of course, Caleb said, wasn't his. When asked how it got there, he suggested that someone put it there while he was sleeping. Again, it was tucked under his junk. When the officer started investigating the cylinder, Caleb said he thought it contained Advil, which is a decent guess for a man who claimed he didn't know it was there. But it turned out it was meth. Caleb was charged with narcotics possession and smuggling contraband into a detention facility, both felonies. He's being held without bond and not in
Advil.
bondage. Yeah.
Advil.
tucked under his junk and didn't know how it got there. And for that, Caleb Phillips is the boob of the day.
Yeah, first time ever I heard that meth was Peterbilt. 877-396-W105, 824. Tom, I'm going to give you my picks for this weekend, championship weekend.
All right, let's do it.
So, New Mexico State, it's not that's the Conference USA Championship. New Mexico State plays Liberty, and it's a 10-point spread. I'm going with New Mexico State. I'll take the points. Oregon, Washington. I hope Washington drums Oregon.
It won't happen.
By the way, that's a 10-point spread in favor of Oregon. I'll take the points. I need Bo Nix to have a terrible day and Oregon loses. Keep my guy in the Heisman race. Texas and Oklahoma State. 14.5 points. I'll take the points and take Oklahoma State. Georgia and Alabama. 6-point spread. I'm going with Bama.
I hope. Georgia.
And by the way, if Bama wins, and that would keep Texas out of the playoffs. Just throwing that out there. Iowa and Michigan. I'm going to go. I'm 23.5 points. I'm taking the points.
Yeah, with Michigan.
Well, I'm taking Iowa with the points. And Florida State and Louisville, 2.5 point game. I'm going with Florida State.
Well, no, not really. They lost their quarterback to an injury last week.
Their quarterback came off the bench is pretty good, so I'm still with them. They have a pretty good defense.
Maybe since we're talking football right quick, the All-Star high school football games are this weekend in Artesia. Usually they have them during the spring, but they move those back to the fall. And the 1A, 2A, 3A games will be at noon. They'll combine all the players in two teams. By the way, our very own Eunice coach, Greg Jackson, will coach that team. And in the 4A, 5A, and 6A teams, it'll be our coach, Lovington coach, Anthony Gonzalez, will coach the green team, and coach for the Artesia Bulldogs, Jeremy Maupin, will coach that team. And a lot of kids are in those games. So go out there, 12 o'clock for the first game, 3 o'clock the second game in Artesia. So your chance to catch the last part of high school football.
So this weekend, very, very important. Then we'll come up with the bowl games and all that type of stuff. So college football coming to a head. Looks like Aretha Franklin's sons awarded a real estate deal after they found the will that was certified under the couch cushions.
We had a
the
story
Queen
about
of Soul had a unique filing system. Of course, she died at the age of 76, and she had changed her will multiple times. She had taken her kids out of the will and then put them back in the will. Well, this will they found was a newer will than the will that they were going on, and her sons are awarded the real estate in that deal. DOJ failed to stop Rachel Levine's emails from being exposed in litigation over the Alabama sex change ban for minors. Biden's DOJ attempted to block the Alabama sex change ban for minors that forces Rachel Levine into litigation. Why would they try to keep her emails private? You know, at some point, politicians need to figure out that they work for us. And state and federal workers, they work for us. We don't work for them. And law enforcement agencies issued a warning after the brand new Apple ISO release. Name drop feature allows Apple users with ISO 17 to quickly share contact information. What did anybody hear about this? I mean, so law enforcement agencies across the United States are warning iPhone users about the feature called Name Drop. Name Drop you can quickly share contact information.
Oh,
so
well,
what's the?
You've always been able to share. Like I can just hit it and share it.
Point. What's the threat of that? Anybody know? Please let us know. Tom on the text 877-396-W105. Tom, before we get to the text,
yes, sir.
U.S. military aircraft carrying 6 crashed off the coast of Japan.
Oh man.
Looks like the Pentagon is saying that at least 1 dead. Mm-hmm. I think this is the third accident we have had
this year
in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck is going on? All right, 8:30, text line, Tom.
Smokey in Arizona. Well, we know Tom doesn't listen to hear his body saying things to him because his body's been screaming at him for the last 10 years. Help! Help me, says Smokey this morning. Oh, okay, whatever. And how was Will doing as another texter?
We haven't talked to Will. And I'll send him a message right now, see if I can get him to respond. But he is doing in-house where he has to go be on a machine.
Mm-hmm.
So no more dialysis at home for Will, which is problematic.
Mm-hmm. And this texter says, well, I'll keep praying for him. We appreciate all the prayers you can get.
Yes.
Hey, John from Utah says, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that I am right. Didn't the war historian just say yesterday that he thought Israel was crawfishing on the ceasefire?
He did.
Now, Flash is saying that Israel shouldn't have entered into that ceasefire. Typical liberal BS, taking out both sides out of his butt, sitting down, of course.
Well, I mean, you have to look. You have to understand that Tom went to multiple war colleges, right, Tom?
Studied war.
So, what were the pilots that flew the planes for Japan? What were they called?
They were called the kamikaze pilots.
Kamikaze pilots. And why were they given in that name?
Because they were suicidal. That's why they did it.
Oh, Tom scores one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Told you I knew about that stuff.
What kind of planes did they fly?
Airplanes.
Oh, wow. Thank you. So planes or airplanes?
Oldie time planes. Hey, by the way.
Oldie time and then moves along.
Who made the motors for those planes?
Chrysler, I believe.
No and no.
Yes. Chrysler.
Was it Chrysler?
They were Zeros, and the engines were made by Mitsubishi.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
But you're the war exit.
No wonder my car sucked all those years. Hey, by the way, Candy Apple Red 89 Chevy S10 was this first car with a 350 small block in it, says the texter. What does that mean?
Who made that engine, Tom?
Chrysler.
Yes, Chrysler made the Chevy.
Yeah, they did. And by the way, that car had one flaw.
Which was?
It linked blinker fluid. It was a big problem. It was a big problem. It was terrible.
Well,
Tom doesn't have that problem on his new vehicle.
No.
Although
I mean, on his new vehicle, you only have to change the blinker fluid. I think
Did
on
you
that,
change that?
I think it's once every 100.
The oil thing came on the other day. So you need to change your oil.
So when are you changing the blinker fluid, though?
So, and then the other one, and we had a snowflake fall the other day here in Lovington on the way in.
You did not fall.
You know what I'm saying? And the light came on. It said, be careful, ice could be on the road.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
When is your vehicle due for the blinker fluid change?
Whenever.
Well, you better get in there and get that done.
Are you going to do it at the same time as the oil?
Yeah.
I would. I would get them both done at the same time. I would. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Atlas Make a Mirror. Atlas Make a Mirror, 575-631-3189. Call Rebecca Long today. Talk to the local inventor about the Atlas Make a Mirror. Look, Rebecca this year has been very, very busy, and she teamed up with the guy, the shark from Shark Tank, Kevin Harrington, and things are clicking. They've got TV ads running right now in the state of Texas, and they've got now they got mirrors in stores like in Albertsons, in a Hobbs, aisle 14. Go by and check that out. The Atlas makeup mirror in stores, aisle 14, Albertsons, and Hobbs, aisle 16 in Carlsbad. They're also at the Market Street in Midland and Odessa. When you go to Albertsons and you buy the Atlas makeup mirror, you're going to get a 20% discount. Hey, you can order offline right now. And when you go to atlasmakeupmirror.com and order, make sure and key in the discount code. Discount code is W105. You'll get 20% off. So Rebecca has been extremely busy this year. And look, it continues on in January. January 11th, she's going to be on the CBS Morning Show. It's pretty cool that this legend in Lee County is becoming a legend across the United States as they take the Atlas makeup mirror pretty much worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
So cool things going on. Check them out, atlasmakeupmirror.com. Tom, we're going to take a break. We've got good news of the day coming up. We'll keep you updated with everything going on. Our number 877-396-W105. Tom?
Hi, Tom. Whenever you change your blinker fluid, says the tax, make sure they tighten your exhaust clamps too, says the texter. Are you guys?
That's very important.
Yeah, because you've heard that shake, right? When you get that rattle.
Yeah. What about it?
It's because of those clamps.
Oh. Hey, by the way, what was our question of the day again? A 56 Ford Stepside 3 was this guy's first car on the tree. What does that mean? 56 Ford Stepside 3 on the tree.
So you don't know what a stepside is, right?
No.
And you know what the tree is.
3 on the tree. It's a 3-speed transmission. The shifter is on the column.
Oh, they call that a tree.
Only people that know anything about cars.
Wow.
Miss that old track.
Can you do us a favor? Take your man card out, and I want you to do it in this manner.
What?
Just lift it up like this and go ahead and hand it over to Blake because you're not going to need it.
Well, you know, I remember the only thing I remember my first car, okay, and I had to learn how to do it, was where to put the gas in.
You don't remember how to put the gas in?
No, now, back in the day, the old cars, you put them in the trunk.
No, you never put gas in the trunk.
Yes, we fill up the trunk with gas.
Yeah.
It works every time. And after you fill it up, of course, you spark a match and throw it in the trunk also, right?
Yeah.
Well, the gas can...
You make sure you smoke while you're doing it, right?
The gas tank was in the trunk.
Under the license plate, there is a tank that went under the car.
Look.
Has nothing to do with anything else.
Wonder
the tank is still in the same place. They just moved it to the side.
Yes.
The filling tube that goes down to the tank.
Oh, yeah.
My God, help us. All right, we're going to take a break. News this morning being brought to you by Camp of the Tall Pines, beautiful, scenic Mayhill, New Mexico. Check them out at camptallpines.com. Go follow them on Facebook. They have the cozy cabins, raised platform campsites, and the RV hookups. They've added more cozy cabins, more RV hookups. Beautiful time of the year to be up there at Camp of the Tall Pines. The deer and the elk are out, and you can go do your sightseeing. They offer, of course, high ropes, low ropes, fishing pond, 18-hole disc golf, and more. CampTallPines.com. Make your reservations there or call them at 575-687-4101. Coming right back. It's 8:38. We're W105. Let's qualify, folks, for the cash.
New Mexico Junk Masters presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money.
And I want it now.
Call in now to win.
MTD Radio News, I'm Joe Miller. 19-year-old Adea Baca is being remembered for her contagious personality and kind spirit. She was killed after what police are calling a domestic dispute in Hobbs with a girlfriend, 20-year-old Alexis Sines, who's facing a vehicular homicide charge after documents say the two were arguing inside a car November 19th when Baca tried to get out. Sines hit the gas, throwing Baca to the pavement. She died from those injuries a few days later. The family said this wasn't the first time things got out of hand with the girlfriend. Now they want justice for their daughter and for her memory to live on. It's official. The election results from the regular local election in 2023 have been certified by the state canvassing board. The results show a total statewide turnout of 20.54% of eligible voters. The canvassing board, made up of the governor, the secretary of state, and the chief justice of the New Mexico Supreme Court, has approved the results of the latest election. The certification process is intended to act as a confidence check on the election. A number of races will get recounts, and they are numerous in nature. But again, a number of those races will get those recounts after the election results have been certified. State police say officers arrested 33 drunk drivers as part of a traffic enforcement operation over the Thanksgiving holiday under its combined accident reduction effort operation. New Mexico State police officers issued more than 3,200 citations from Wednesday to Sunday. More than 100 of those citations were for not wearing seatbelts. NMSP also investigated 84 crashes, 3 of which were deadly. The operation involved increased patrols throughout the state. And that's a look at what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News. MTD Radio News being brought to you by Griffin's Electric, serving Carlsbad for over 15 years. Griffin's Electric, bringing you the news. Call Jeremy today, 575-200-8812.
Griffin's Electric, a local contractor in Carlsbad, is looking to hire experienced electricians. Employees will work 40 to 50 hours a week with weekends off, will receive competitive pay, 10 paid holidays, paid time off, and yes, health insurance is available. Please email resumes to griffinsElectric@gmail.com or call 575-200-8812. That's 575-200-8812. Griffin's Electric is a locally sourced business that supports strong family and community values. At Coffee Drilling LLC, they offer a wide range of drilling services, from small domestic water to agricultural and monitor wells. In addition to mud and rotary drilling, Coffee Drilling offers services to pre-existing wells, as well as troubleshooting of pumps and all control systems. Call Coffee Drilling today to schedule your routine maintenance or see about an upgrade to your water system. Call 505-270-1767. That's 505-270-1767. Coffee Drilling LLC, over 20 years experience and serving all of Hobbs, Lovington, and Eunice.
For 75 years now, those living the authentic Western lifestyle have favored the legendary clothing that always has their back. Wrangler. Wherever the road takes you, Wrangler is as hardworking and reliable as the day is long, with a legacy that defines the style, toughness, and ambition of the West. And at the close of the day, when all that hard work pays off, hey, the ends justify the jeans. Wrangler. Long live Cowboys.
Wrangler. Get yours today at Rig Outfitters and Home Store, 1401 North Turner, inside the Broadmoor Mall in Hobbs.
Is your betting getting the best of you? Does your family know where you are? Do you have the money you need to pay the bills? Has someone expressed concern about your gambling? Are the nights so long that the sun is about to greet you? Is the trip home from the casino full of dread? Keep your gambling fun. Play to win and plan to lose. If you or a family member is concerned about your gambling, call PeopleWorks New Mexico at 505-990-4186 or email peopleworksnm@gmail.com. They offer free counseling and financial coaching to the gambler or to their family. Again, that's PeopleWorks New Mexico at 505-990-4186 or email peopleworksnm@gmail.com. Promoting mental and financial wellness and peace of mind. Play to win and plan to lose.
It's the season of sickness, sniffles, and sneezes. But it doesn't have to be if you stay up to date on your vaccines. This fall and winter, you can breathe easy, knowing you have some help with your health, so you don't have to miss out on the sights, smells, and tastes of New Mexico's most wonderful time of year. Vaccines for the flu, COVID, and RSV are all available across the state. So don't wait. Vaccinate. Find an appointment at vaccinenm.org.
The global demand for oil and natural gas is growing, and leaders are looking to American producers to satisfy that demand with the abundant resources available in our country. If you're passionate about keeping energy affordable for your neighbor and reliable for everyone, then it's time you consider a career in oil and natural gas. Coterra Energy is expanding their Permian team and is offering an unmatched employee benefits package. If you're interested in applying, text Coterra to 71441. That's COTERRA to 71441. Coterra Energy is an equal opportunity employer.
It's truck season at Sierra Blanca Motors in beautiful Ruidoso. Shop their lot, overflowing with Ram Tough trucks. For a limited time, Sierra Blanca Motors is offering an unprecedented 13% under MSRP on their entire inventory of new 2023 half, 3/4, and 1-ton Ram trucks in stock. Shop online at SierraBlancaMotors.com. Sierra Blanca Motors, your 4-wheel drive headquarters. No gimmicks, no markups, no addendums, ever.
What are your morning coffee cravings? Large peppermint mocha double espresso with extra whipped cream and white chocolate drizzle? At the Cornerstone Coffee House in Lovington, you can find exactly what you crave. If it's not coffee you're after, stop in for breakfast or lunch. You can find daily sandwich, soup, and dinner specials waiting for you at the Cornerstone Coffee House. Call ahead for to-go orders at 575-739-0101. That's 739-0101. The Cornerstone Coffee House is located at 111 Main Street, directly across from the historic Lee County Courthouse in Lovington.
Club in the morning, W105. Good day, sunshine.
Call now, 877-396-W105.
Introducing Ron on the Shelf, the holiday spy that keeps the little ones in check.
There's a new sheriff in town.
Oh no! I broke Mommy's favorite vase.
I think that crossed the line.
Ron on the Shelf will make sure no unwanted guests enter your home this holiday season.
You know, we're going to make sure we're fighting back.
And unlike the elf, Ron on the Shelf will educate your kids and
protect young children from having sexualized curriculum in things like elementary school.
The Ron on the Shelf. On sale this holiday season exclusively in Florida and the North Pole.
The people that work there have been very, very thankful that we took this action.
I'm just saying, Ron DeSantis is such a easy guy to pick on.
He is.
After falling to number 3, after always being a distant second, and then the distance kept growing and growing and growing, and now Nikki Haley is, surpassed.
Mm. And Ramaswamy has moved his headquarters to Iowa, and so he's really barnstorming the state there, trying to.
Yeah, I think eventually it's going to go down to 3. I think Ramaswamy and Christie will have to step aside at some point. Mm-hmm. But the Koch brothers supporting Haley, it's a lots of dollars. Those guys are the biggest funders of the Republican Party. Mm-hmm. Lots and lots and lots of money. How did they? Where did their money come from?
I used to know this, but I don't remember.
Don't remember. I mean, they're the Koch brothers, and then they're the Koch brothers. Mm-hmm. But the Koch brothers give to the liberal side. 877-396-W105, and I think they made their money from Coke. No, not Coca-Cola. Coke. All right, 877-396-W105. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Roadrunner Grill and Barbecue, 811 West Main in Artesia. That's their new location. They moved into the Touchdown Barbecue location, and now they're offering the same great menu plus barbecue. Right now they're serving up a awesome breakfast. You ever thought about maybe, feeding the staff, maybe folks on location, they're working hard for you, and saying thank you with a meal, barbecue, whatever you're looking for. Call in advance and talk to them. 575-736-2573. And this time of the year, everybody's looking for somebody to cater a Christmas party. They can do that. Roadrunner Grill and Barbecue, 575-736-2573. Give them a buzz today. Australian snake catcher recently rescued a snake with a head caught in a energy drink container. Like a can.
Well, that happens. I mean, bottles, cans, etc. Animals go in there because it tastes good and they get stuck.
Yeah, head stuck in a bottle of energy drink, whatever. I mean, a snake on energy drinks, not good. Just saying.
It depends on the snake, I guess.
That's not cool. No, that's not cool. Homeless man accused of vandalizing in Boston left tombstones destroyed, and a police cruiser windshield shattered, and he did the damage at the Holocaust Memorial. He even yanked Paul Revere's headstone from the grave. Not good. Not good. That's sad. That's sad.
Well, he probably learned that in college.
Yeah, maybe. Traveling to Malaysia, a car accidentally ran into a baby elephant on the road.
Oh, man.
That's so sad. By the way, 5 adult elephants began trampling his car.
Oh, my goodness.
Until the baby stood up and they saw that the baby is okay.
Good for them.
By the way, the man survived the attack of the elephants. Do not mess with the...
Well, I'm just going to say the elephants were in the small town and he tried it.
Yeah. Looks like despite high interest rates, U.S. homes had a new record in September. I don't know how people are doing it. I'm going to be honest. Interest rates way high, 7-8%, depending on your credit score.
Mm-hmm. But
I wouldn't buy a new house at this point.
Well, and it really depends too, Kevin, because if you remember back in the 70s, interest rates were super, super high, like double digit.
Right.
And if someone were to wait to buy a house for the interest rates to come back down to something reasonable, they would have had to wait till like 1998 or 97.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yep. Jada Pinkett Smith says that her and Will stay together forever. I mean, that's easy for you to say. I mean, when you're banging other guys, that's really easy. And then when he's with other guys also, that's really easy. And by the way, if you haven't heard the rumors, Will Smith plays both sides of the field.
He butters his toast on the other side.
Tom
has nothing to do with food.
It has nothing to do with butter.
Nah, I don't believe that.
So you don't believe Will Smith and P. Diddy?
No.
And what's the basketball player that was recently?
Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard. By the way, Dwight Howard is the guy that's saying this. That he's been with both of them.
You don't believe the people involved nor the photos?
What photos?
And by the way, a former driver for P. Diddy came out and said, "Oh, I knew something was going on when I was taking him to those Turkish bathhouses." Tom, what do people do at the Turkish bathhouse?
Eat turkey?
Yes. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Thank you. Thank you for the insight. All right, still to come, good news of the day on the way. A suspect freed from jail without bail in Memphis after he allegedly murdered a 15-year-old boy on Thanksgiving. Are you kidding me? Dino White, 18 years old, and Connor Tucker, 15 years old, were arrested and charged with first-degree murder after they murdered Anthony Mason, who was 15 years old. So the 18-year-old is out. They let him out of jail.
Wait, you didn't say New Mexico, did you? Because then that would be...
No, this is Tennessee. Man. New Zealand has a brand new leader, their prime minister. Some of the things that he said that he is going to enforce in his first 100 days. Number one, taking cell phones out of schools. Saying that kids should not have cell phones at schools. And ending tobacco controls in the first 100 days. He believes that people have the right to do tobacco. So he's going to erase all those constraints. Wow. And a Indiana man, they found a handgun on his persons, or should I say in his persons, after he was taken into custody. So the Indiana ex-convict was prohibited from carrying a firearm, so he hid it where nobody would find it.
Sounds like
then
they took
him in. They took him in the jail. They did a pat down. They couldn't find the gun. Then when they made him do the whole cough thing, yeah, they found the gun. Christopher Boyd, 32. The gun was hidden where the sun doesn't shine. Crazy.
I don't know how that got there.
I have no idea what happened. That wasn't in there 15 minutes ago. That's somebody else's gun. By the way, that's somebody else's butt. What the hell? Tom and Tex, 856. We're going to talk about a former child actor. Cause of death has been revealed. We'll get to that next.
John from Hughes. Good morning, guys. I watched this asylum seeker bad-mouthing the Republicans last night on the news. And one of his last statements to a sympathetic media is that the Republicans, well, they only care about themselves as opposed to these so-called asylum seekers who have no intentions of assimilating to our values or our way of life.
And why does their opinion count? I'm just asking. I live in a country where I get no support, and my opinion doesn't count because I'm not a citizen.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't it be the same in America? Tom, do you think that foreigners should have rights in America?
Not until they become legal.
Well, even after they become legal, I'm a legal resident of the Philippines.
Yeah.
I have no rights. I have no say-so in their government.
Yeah, but in this country, they allow you to do that.
That's because we're weak-kneed.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, we're weak-kneed.
We need to start with the anchor babies.
Yeah, $451 billion spent on illegal aliens care. Do you know how much money we spend on veterans?
Not that much.
There you go. You think that's a problem, Tom?
Not even close. I'm all for veterans that are seniors.
What about veterans who aren't seniors?
Veterans who aren't seniors? What do you mean?
There are plenty of veterans that aren't seniors.
Well, I'm for our veterans, regardless how old they are.
Oh, okay. You said veterans who are seniors.
Yeah, veterans and our seniors. So let me finish this text, B. So John goes on to say, yes, sir, we are importing more social POSs, accusing Americans of not caring about people coming over here illegally who couldn't give a rat's butt about America.
Oh, you mean?
I'm going to be honest. We shouldn't care about foreigners. We should care more about Americans.
So you mean like the current congressman of the 2nd Congressional District of New Mexico, Vasquez?
Yes. He cares more about, and here's the deal. He's a first-generation American citizen from his family.
Well, he was an anchor baby.
And so I get why he feels that way. But at the end of the day, you're elected to represent America.
Right.
Not foreigners.
But he doesn't like America and thinks that foreigners should have more rights in America than American citizens.
And there lies the problem. There lies the problem. So how much money do we spend on veterans care? You ready for this? $85 billion. $85 billion on veterans care. Tom, what's the number that I said we spend on the illegal immigrants, housing, and all that stuff? What's the number?
$402 billion, something like that.
$451 billion. Yeah. So
$80 billion. That's it.
Yeah, four, almost 5 times the amount that we spent on veterans. We spent on foreigners that we're taking care of. Wake up, America! Wake the hell up. KWMW Maljamora 105.1 FM, BN, The Breakfast Club. CSI Miami. Little Evan Ingleson. Cause of death has been released. This guy was a child actor, and if you have never watched the TV show, CSI Miami, and I wasn't one that watched the show either, but he played David Caruso's, I think, son. Yeah, David Caruso's son, and appeared on 18 episodes. Well, he passed away at a very young age. He was 35 years old when he died. They just came out with the cause of death, fentanyl. Mm-hmm. Cause of death was fentanyl. And the Pope punishes another conservative. Cardinal Burke is a second American priest that the Pope is punishing for being conservative. And this cardinal said he would not give communion to Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, and the list went on because their stance on abortion. He's got to go, according to the Pope. Unbelievable.
We can't have you following the Bible.
No, we can't. I mean, look, we're a Bible-based religion, but we can't have you following the Bible. And men, not women, are more likely to benefit from good looks at the workplace. They'll make more money and they advance quicker. So men with good looks advance quicker than women with good looks. Tom, how do you think I advanced so high? I mean, I'm just saying. All right, 877-396-W105. Wrap her up.
All right, Mama Bear is tuning in. It says, Tom, I love you, man. But I think of a couple of lights are out on your string, says Mama Bear this morning. And Tracy from Eunice on his very first car was a 64 Impala SS. Goes on to say, a friend of mine, my dad gave me that for working for him when I was 16 years old. Nice. So those Impalas were nice, though, back in the day. And another texter says, happy Wednesday, guys. Enjoy your day. And you know what? God bless America. B?
God bless Tom also.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So I did get a message back from Will that dialysis is tough on him. So
okay.
He's still having a tough time and trying to stay off of pain meds. So, which is very, very important.
So please continue prayers if you are a praying person.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, morning show this morning being brought to you by Butcher Block Meat Market and Grill in Lovington. Tom's favorite place to go in and get his smoked meats since he is vegetarian now. Look, I know that sounds weird, but I mean he's the one that said it. So they've got brisket and they've got ribs, and the list goes on and on and on. So if you're looking to maybe you're on the keto diet and you're partaking of pretty much meat and lots of meats, they have smoked meats right there, and they have the best meat and specialty cuts. Looking for hamburger patties. They've got great hamburger patties that they made that are frozen. You can pick those up. They also offer a full-service grill. So go in there and dine in or pick it up and head back to the office. Call them in advance if you want to pick up, 575-739-7778. Follow them on Facebook. They offer weekly meat specials and daily lunch specials. And like I said, they do specialty cuts of meat. So if you want to, a big thick steak, they can accommodate that. They've got great pork chops. And like I said, go follow them on Facebook. It's the Butcher Block Meat Market and Grill in Lovington, 575-739-7778. We're coming right back. We're taking a break. KWMW Maljamora, 105.1 FM. We're B and the Breakfast Club.
New Mexico Junk Masters presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now. Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money.
And I want it now.
Call in now to win.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. There are negotiations today to extend an expiring Israel-Hamas ceasefire again and exchange more Hamas hostages for Palestinians in Israeli custody.
Israel has a list of 12 hostages that are set to be freed by Hamas later today. It includes 10 Israeli women and 2 women who hold dual citizenship in Israel and Russia. This is believed to be a gesture to Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Fox's Nate Foy. Americans are living a little longer, still not as long as before the COVID-19 pandemic.
The figures from the National Center for Health Statistics show that in 2022, the average life expectancy at birth rose to 77 and a half years. That's up a little more than a year from 2021. Asian Americans are believed to have the longest life expectancy of any race or demographic.
Fox's Eben Brown. Life expectancy is now the same as it was in 2003. America's listening to Fox News.
Reimagine every adventure, every terrain, every incredible memory. The Yamaha Wolverine family of side-by-side vehicles help you reimagine off-road capability, comfort, and confidence. Available right now at Garner's Motorsports in Hobbs. With the Wolverine R-Max 2 1000 and R-Max 4 1000, recreation meets sport and maximum power meets maximum comfort and versatility. And with the Wolverine X2 and X4 8050, extreme terrain meets its match. Find your Yamaha Wolverine at Garner's Motorsports, 320 North Del Paso and Hobbs, or YamahaMotorsports.com. Always protect the environment and wear your seatbelt, helmet, eye protection, and protective clothing. Read the owner's manual and product warning labels before operation. Vehicle specifications subject to change.
Calling all Second Amendment supporters. Hobbs Gun Club is having their annual meeting at 6 p.m. on Friday, December the 1st at the Hobbs Public Library. All are invited to attend. New officers will be elected and discussion of the year's business as well as range improvements will be held. Come to the Hobbs Gun Club annual meeting at the Hobbs Public Library at 6 p.m. on December the 1st. For more information, call Jerry, 575-390-4139. That's 575-390-4139. The Hobbs Gun Club annual meeting on December the 1st at the Hobbs Public Library.
'Tis the season to give. Carlsbad Chevrolet has teamed up with the Faith, Hope, and Love Foundation to give back to the community and raise money for the Christmas shop. Now through December 15th, Carlsbad Chevrolet will donate $100 from every vehicle sold to the Faith, Hope, and Love Foundation. And with a lot chock full of beautiful new and pre-owned vehicles, it's never been easier to drive away knowing you've made a positive impact on a child's holiday. Make the season unforgettable for everyone. Head for Carlsbad Chevrolet because together we can make a real difference. 2155 South Canal.
Are you a caregiver of a friend or family member that could use some support? We're here for you. Introducing New Mexicare, a program dedicated to caring for our families. We offer significant financial assistance and comprehensive training to empower both caregivers and older adults to flourish in the comfort of home. To see if you're eligible to enroll in the program, visit newmexicare.org. That's newmexicare.org.
Pops Power Washing Services, LLC has been in business for 9 years and continues to serve the Permian Basin and West Texas area. Specializing in power washing services for the oil field, Pops Power Washing would like to earn your business. Contact Eric and the crew today to get on a maintenance schedule to upkeep your battery facilities, containments, LACT units, all the way down to your wellheads to mitigate possible fines to your company. Fully insured and bonded. Call or text Pops Power Washing Service, LLC at 575-704-0330. That's 704-0330.
This is Davis Smith, the Gorilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
This Eunice Cardinals update being brought to you by Guns Up Services, 2403 Avenue O, proudly supporting the Eunice Cardinals.
Guns Up Services LLC of Eunice, supporting the community for over 13 years, would like to wish the Cardinals another great season and also encourage everybody to show up in support of all Eunice Cardinal sports. With oil field services that range from vacuum trucks, winch trucks, dump trucks, and backhoes. They have frac tanks, caliche, downhole chemicals, saltwater disposal, and freshwater sales. That's Guns Up Services, LLC, helping to keep our oil field trucking. 2403 Avenue O, Eunice, or call at 575-399-2457. Go Cardinals!
The Eunice Cardinals basketball team has just about everyone coming back to play this season. The Cardinals didn't like the way they exited in the quarterfinals last year, and it's left a bad taste in their mouth. Coach Mason McBee.
We returned all of our players from last year, so we should have a seasoned group that should know the game pretty well, and we should be able to add on to some of the stuff that we did last year and hopefully get over the hump. But I think this year, with the experience, it'll go a long ways for us. We didn't like the way that we played that game, that last game of the year, and so we want to have a better showing this year.
Coach, what's going to be one of the strengths for this team?
I think we have good leadership. I think being in the program now with the kids that are seniors, they played for me for 3 years, and so I just think that they know the routines and the expectations, and having that leadership is going to be helpful, especially in the moments where we have some adversity.
The Cardinals open their season next Tuesday, December the 5th, when they host Class 4A Portales at the 6 p.m. tip-off.
This Eunice Cardinals update has been brought to you by Guns Up Services, 2403 Avenue O in Eunice, proudly serving the community for over 13 years. Go Cardinals!
Here is your Liar Liar Pants on Fire update.
It's estimated that 200 million people have died, probably by the time I finish this talk.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
Okay, you ready? Yeah. Here it comes. Okay, I'm ready.
Don't get up without us.
Morning show this morning being brought to you by Twin Wells Fuel Station. If you're driving on 128 this morning, running low on fuel, you ought to exit on Buck Jackson Road, go down 2.75 miles. You'll see it. It's a large facility, covered area, and they do sell unleaded gas, diesel, green diesel, DEF value, red diesel, whatever you need, they got you covered, and they accept all credit cards, debit cards, and fleet cards. Running low on fuel on 128, exit Buck Jackson Road, go down 2.75 miles. And fill her up today. Wendy's officially launching their brand new Pretzel Baconator. It's going to be nationwide. And the Pretzel Baconator comes with a pretzel bun and extra bacon. And it's a double patty job. Could be called the heart attack ready to happen.
Could be.
That's not what it's called. 21% of people admit that they have watched porn at work. Tom?
What?
There's a reason you're stuck in the bunker.
I've never watched porn over there.
Oh, no. And you've never made any yourself on company cell phone.
That's a visual I just don't need.
Well, it was a visual I didn't need to see either.
And I haven't seen it.
Believe me,
Tom.
It was not anything that I enjoyed looking at. That's for sure.
Hey, at least, so are you trying to say that that's the worst 20 seconds of your life?
20 seconds.
2?
5 seconds. I turned that thing to Will Rooney as fast as I could. I didn't
Share
really
the
want
trauma.
to be the only one that
Share
saw
the-
it.
Share the trauma.
Despite gas prices starting to drop, 60 days in a row, we've had lower gas prices.
They're going back up here.
National trend is they're continuing to go down. And Google starts deleting inactive accounts starting this week. So if you got a Google account that you haven't been on in a while, you might want to save it. You might want to go and log into it, because if not, they will delete it. And Fox sportscaster Greg Olson is said to be interested in the Carolina coaching job. I don't know why they would want that job. And coming out of Arkansas, guess who got hired in Arkansas?
Patino.
Who?
He said Patino.
Patino.
Petrino.
The bad. Now, well, look, things are bad in Arkansas, but they're not ready to hire Rick Pitino, the basketball coach, as their offensive coordinator.
Right. No,
they're bad, but they're not that bad.
You remember he got fired because he was fooling around with a girl over there.
But we're talking about the Arkansas football team offensive coordinator.
Yeah, he used to be the head coach of Arkansas.
No, he was never the head coach of the
He
football
darn
team.
sure was.
Of the football team?
He darn sure was.
Patino?
Petrino. Rick Petrino. Yeah, he's now the OC.
Yes. Petrino, yes.
Yeah.
Patino, no.
No, Patino's the head coach of New Mexico, the basketball team. His son is.
Well, I mean, Rick Pitino Jr.
Yeah.
But you said Patino.
It's in the neighborhood.
No, it's not.
Different name.
Different state.
Different sport.
Yeah.
A lot different sport. So that's kind of amazing that they fired him.
Remember what Mama Bear said?
What?
You have a couple lights out on your screen.
Is that what she said?
Most definitely. Mike, the situation, confessed to spending $500,000 on his drug addiction. I can't believe they paid them on Jersey Shore $500,000. I'm just saying. So he spent $500,000 on cocaine. Which to me is unreal that somebody that worked on Jersey Shore spent money on things other than tanning beds and hair gel. But yeah, he spent, that's crazy.
I've never
spent $500,000 on cocaine and oxycodone.
Crazy. I've never eaten that much with my food. I've never eaten that much.
By the way, Hunter Biden called him a rookie. Hunter was like, damn rookie.
Tom, I've never eaten that much with my food.
Right.
What does that mean? You've never eaten $500,000 worth of cocaine with your food?
A lifetime?
Right. Nah, not even that much.
Man in Vietnam had been having a severe headaches for 5 months. You're not going to believe what they found. They found a pair of chopsticks lodged in his skull. 35-year-old patient. Yeah, reported to the hospital he had been having a heart attack, and he had fluid that he was losing some type of fluid, and they discovered through a CT scan he had chopsticks. How do you get chopsticks without knowing? I mean, if anybody shoved chopsticks up my nose, I would probably know about it.
Maybe he was playing with it.
Up his nose. And it penetrated the brain canal.
Wow. Did he learn how to play chopsticks?
Not yet, but
can you?
Yeah, they removed the chopsticks, and they've got the chopsticks out, and he's in stable condition.
Crazy, man.
Tom, do you know how to use chopsticks?
Yes.
Do you? Okay.
I have never gotten the hang of it. I'm only honest. And the White House National Christmas tree toppled because of high winds. And, of course, the Bidens will not be putting up the stockings this year because Little Navy.
That's sad, man.
Yeah, all the things that Joe Biden has done, this probably tells me the most about what kind of person he is.
Mm-hmm.
The character of a man that cannot accept an illegitimate granddaughter. That's like somebody that they have a grandchild, and the child is a different color than them, and they don't want anything to do with the child.
Mm-hmm.
I have never understood that.
You know, I feel sorry for that. How old is that little girl now?
She's like 7 years old now.
Yeah. The thing I feel sorry for her the most, not that she's related to the Bidens, but that she's going to be feeling rejected for the rest of her life.
Not exactly.
You don't think so? Child remembers that stuff, man.
She's probably better off. Well,
thank God for her mama.
I agree, Tom.
Yeah.
Thank God for her mom. Florida exterminator who exposed himself to customers claims that he had a zipper that was broke.
I don't know how that got there.
Yeah. I mean, look, he was trying to spray the pest, and the lizard got out. And so one thing led to another. Thank God they caught him, though. And what the hell's the matter with kids nowadays? A 12-year-old stole a forklift in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
I saw that.
And tried to run away from the police, driving a forklift at 15 to 20 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Top speed.
Yeah.
He's 12 years old. Wow.
Low speed.
By the way, the kid tried to give him an excuse, but they told him that him to stick to the forklift. Yeah, please.
I wasn't driving it. Not me.
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
Oh, that wasn't me. China has brought back mask mandates, social distancing, and they're saying they could be coming to America. Evidently, they have a pneumonia outbreak that is...
Please stay over there.
Yeah, please. By the way, 4 years after COVID and everything that went to China, please just stay. Maybe they should enforce a travel ban. Maybe that would be the right thing to do. All right, the big debate between Gavin Newsom and Ron DeSantis is coming up.
Tomorrow night.
Right.
Tomorrow night, red state, blue state, should be interesting. I'm hoping DeSantis cleans the floor with him. Is what I'm hoping. Not saying it's going to happen, though. All right, Tom on the text. Our number 877-396-W105. We'll check the weather in just a sec.
We're still getting texts on what was your first vehicle, which was one of the questions of the day. This texter says 63 Ford pickup with a 390 4-speed standard transmission with a granny gear, a 6-inch lift on 38-inch tires. Couldn't get that thing stuck, says the texter. It's a nice little truck, I guess. And gas prices went up over 25 cents a gallon since Monday, guys, in Artesia. They went up 5 cents here in Lovington. I know.
I think I paid $276 over in Midland.
Did you?
I think.
Yeah, $266. And Clay says, you know, I had a 1972 Ford F100 Custom with a Boss 302, a 4-speed manual, says Clay, and I don't think Tom could even open the door. It was a man truck. Says,
well, he definitely couldn't open it.
And I think Tom would put gas in the hood of a VW.
That's not what it says. Read it how it's written.
Okay, I skipped it already. I'm sorry. Go ahead, read it again.
No, move along.
How about a 68 Ford Galaxy? Yeah, those were nice. Well, there you go. People still chiming in. B.
All right, Tom, looks like a husband of a missing Michigan woman has been charged with her murder 2 years after she vanished. So 24 months after the Michigan woman disappeared. Her husband has been charged with the murders. David Warner is 53 years old, charged in the death of his wife 2 years after she just didn't come home. Have no idea where she's at. She just didn't come home. And a small plane crashed into a car on a Minnesota roadway. Pilot and the driver seemed to be okay, both having minor injuries. Can you imagine driving your car and then all of a sudden a plane crashes into the car?
No.
I did not ask for that. Stay in your lane, damn it. And Alex Murdaugh sentenced to 27 years in prison, financial crimes. Did I say that right? Murdaugh. Yeah, Murdaugh.
Yeah.
And that he's from South Carolina, correct?
I think so. Isn't he the one that killed his wife and kid?
Yeah.
And now they're saying that he also killed other people. Crazy.
Mm.
And gender-neutral babies. Gender-neutral baby names.
No, what?
Names. Okay.
Names are going to be very popular in 2024. Tom, can you name a gender-neutral baby name?
It's going to be hard, huh?
Well, go ahead. Give me one. Just give me one.
It's a transgender baby name.
No, he said gender neutral.
Oh, gender neutral baby.
Like Pat.
How about like Tom?
Yes, Pat would be one.
Tom
Go
said
ahead.
Tom.
Tom, I don't know if that's gender neutral.
Oh, that's asexual, which is different.
Tomasita.
And as I look at some of these names, I'm like, that makes no sense. Like Colin. That's a girl and boy's name?
Charlie, Tracy,
Skip,
Stacy.
Annie is a gender neutral name?
Skippy.
Can we get a Waylon?
Fred.
Fred.
I'm going to be honest. Pat is about the only one I can come up with.
Well, Johnny Cash was the first one to come up with
Saturday
one.
Night Live.
Sue.
Poor Pat.
I know.
That was a great skit. That was an awesome skit. All right, good news of the day coming up in a second. Got to talk about Seminole Siding and Construction, trusted name across southeast New Mexico. Get in touch with them today. They would love to go out and give you some quotes on taking care of your roof, putting brand new siding on, or maybe windows. They do all of that. Maybe you need a metal building. Call these guys. They'll go out and talk to you. Cool thing is I have talked to multiple people that have done business with Seminole Siding, and they have all said the same thing. Great guys. Great guys looking out for us and making sure the job is done right. They come out and inspect after the job is done to make sure it is done right. Give them a call today if you need siding, windows, if you need seamless gutters, metal buildings. They can handle all of that. Oh, I didn't mention roofs. They do shingle roofs and metal roofs. Seminole Siding and Construction.com or 575-391-1430. Call them today. Tom, wrap up text. Good news up next.
J.R. DePerto on that VW. Tom would open the hood on a VW Beetle to check the oil. That's what he was saying. And by the way, the 56 Ford, it had a tank and was behind the seat, says the texter.
Yep, and the fill was right by the door.
Huh, I didn't know. Anyway, there you go, B.
Thank you, Tom. Good news of the day being brought to you by Herschel Rustenhage, your Farmers Insurance agent, 575-396-0513. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. Get in touch with them today, 575-396-0513. Herschel Rustenhage, your Farmers Insurance agent, proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
So a tunnel that was under construction in northern India collapsed during a landslide this month, and 41 construction workers were trapped. But after 17 days and a massive rescue effort, all 41 made it out alive yesterday. And a woman in New Hampshire accidentally threw her wedding ring in the trash. and didn't realize it until it was already at the dump. That's when her husband started asking why she's not wearing the ring anymore. But workers managed to find it for her last Friday, and she got it back. She was lucky they had some experience with this. It's the third ring they found for people in just the past 2 years.
Wow.
They say this one missed going to the incinerator by about 15 minutes. And a lot of people might have missed this story over Thanksgiving. Last Thursday, a half-built high-rise in England caught fire, and a very skilled crane operator saved the construction worker that was stuck on the roof. And there's a video of this if you go and watch it. He saw him signaling for help, attached a cage to the crane, and lifted it up so the guy could climb out. Like I said, it's about 2 minutes long, that video, and it's been making the rounds online. You can tell how dire it was just by listening to the people in the background. The crane operator, 65-year-old Glenn Edwards, he said the windy conditions made it pretty tough, but he downplayed the whole thing, saying, and I quote, "I don't want to blow this up too much. I'm not that sort of person." And that is your good news of the day and a great crane operator.
Good news of the day being brought to you by Herschel Rustin Hayes, your Farmers Insurance agent. We're going to be back for the Thursday edition of Be in the Breakfast Club bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:06. Tradio is up next. News this morning being brought to you by Roach Air Conditioning and Heating, trusted name across Southeast New Mexico. They've got the experience to take care of your air conditioning and heating. And look, if it can be repaired, they repair it. If you need a new unit, they do offer financing and aren't afraid of brand new technology. Their number, 575-631-1999. Call Enrique Rocha today, 631-1999. I'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, 6:06 on W105. Guys, have an awesome day. Tradio is up next.
NTD Radio News being brought to you by Griffin's Electric, serving Carlsbad for over 15 years. Griffin's Electric, bringing you the news. Call Jeremy today, 575-200-8812.
Griffin's Electric, a local contractor in Carlsbad, is looking to hire experienced electricians. Employees will work